What is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
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 I apologize. I mean, actually, Brucifer should apologize for me being this late. He called me such a soothing voice. I just went right back to sleep. It's like, wow, and then I dreamed of Brucifer.
All I said was, Max, wake up.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Who just left? Who just left? Who?
Claudia.
Oh, Taladia. Uh-oh.
He's having internet issues, I think.
And now I am a news anchor.
Oh, God.
I really like that.
That's good. That's good.
It's a good time.
Yeah. So how is everyone tonight?
Good. It's Friday night. It was a long week.
Demonetized already.
Damn it.
I didn't say it. It was a long week.
Police.
It was a long week, so it's Friday night. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah. Welcome.
Hi and hello.
I don't know where Brian's at. Probably, it's okay. It's okay. We'll have a good time. I got to get a new background. I was thinking
I was supposed to do a watch party, but I fell asleep. So
that's too bright. I don't like that.
I saw Guardians today.
Okay.
And I did a little. I volunteer like twice a week in my area, so I did that too. So Guardians was actually really good.
Yeah.
What's your rating out of 10?
9.5.
9.5.
3 9+ ratings out of 10, everybody.
Yes, and get those thumbs up there.
But
even though I'm late,
I will.
Oh,
agree.
damn it! I already unplugged my headphone jack. Hold on. Whoops. Okay.
I will agree on the Adam Warlock.
you know what? I asked a question the other day to Hello Greedo, and he responded.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So eventually he'll do a face reveal, apparently.
So first, you thought Adam Warlock was too dumb?
I understood where they were coming from because in the comic book, he's a child. He has the mentality of a child.
Okay.
He
he does. In the comic book.
I think he played the role really good. Actually, it was just annoying.
Yeah.
I think that's what they set out to do.
Pep? Is that Movie Pep? You coming on the channel?
Are you coming on the show? I can't play that clip though.
Little movie.
Coming on a strong.
We'll make a new clip. You want to come on the show? You want to come on the show?
You
want to come on?
I'll take off my mask if you take off your mask, brother.
I love that. I can't get rid of that.
That's my favorite.
I love that
part.
one. I love it too.
Yeah. There's actually a lot of stuff to talk about with the earnings call, and then I want to do a fresh reaction to Grace about hold on a second.
Yeah.
Okay, oh come on.
We
Awesome.
all love Grace.
And we have to talk about Paramount. They're in trouble.
Oh yeah, I before I fell
Oh,
asleep.
crap.
Yeah, that's a good. Thank you for reminding me because I forgot. When I was going to bed, when I was taking my coma, that's what my wife calls it. She doesn't call naps. She's like, when you wake up from your coma, Well, I don't know if that's appropriate or not, but that's basically what happens.
That's what I
Uh,
do. I fall out and I don't hear anything. The building
I
can
wish.
fall out around me and. What,
Yeah.
huh?
I'm a very light sleeper. I wish.
Well, that's why we sleep in separate rooms. Is because she's a light sleeper and I'm a heavy sleeper. And
Have you ever
she sleeps like very still, and I roll around and like toss shit. I'm like, alarm.
here's something? Have you ever fallen through the bed?
That's
I
an awkward
once-
Not
one.
literally, not literally,
I
but there's
once-
this feeling. There's this feeling
Oh, a feeling of
that
yeah,
you
sure.
get where you fall through the bed.
I've fallen off the bed and
then
I
you
woke
wake
up and I
Okay.
woke up under the bed
But
and
you're
hit my
still
head
on the bed.
like I
What I'm
was
saying
sleeping
is,
on the bed.
It,
I somehow
almost
ended
like-
up under and I hit my head. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
almost
I
like
felt-
a feeling where
I-
You ever wake
die,
up? You ever
but
wake up
don't.
and your boxes or your boxer briefs are across the room?
I don't want to hear what party you were at, Bruce.
Nah. Here's is probably one of those mad ones. I
Yeah.
I fell off the
Also-
bed, and I banged my head on a drawer. It's like what the hell is going on?
But what I mean
I woke
is,
up, like, the
if
next
it
day.
feels like your soul leaves your body.
Oh,
Yeah, I
boy.
felt that, but I've also fallen out of the bed and broken my big toe. That was the worst.
I will say the worst feeling
Ooh.
is dreaming someone is holding you down and you
Yeah,
can't
sure.
get up.
Yeah,
That's
Ooh.
like the worst.
yeah, I've had that.
Or I've had someone pull on my leg before.
Which leg?
That I don't know. It's like no.
I had a girl do that to me one time, and I
boy.
pushed her out of the
No.
bed. She got so mad at me. That's a true story.
Okay. All right.
It's weird. It must be
Uh,
supernatural.
Strange Marvel theories? Yes, it is Eddie from Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I was actually gonna put that on the thumbnail, Kavari. That he kind of hinted at a Superman video game,
Cool.
but I don't think it. I
Yeah.
don't necessarily.
I want
Yeah.
the video game to be open world or open universe. So you
Well,
I
he-
want
not
this.
just-
I want the Superman in
just
the game that have the
Metropolis,
red
but-
underwear.
yeah.
not just Metropolis, but I want to go.
I can
to,
tell you guys right now, I've got some information
other
about a
planets.
Superman game.
Okay.
I've got some information about a Superman game.
Go
I'm
ahead.
just gonna put it like that. I do know what studio might be working on it.
okay. Hey, Perp.
Hey,
Yeah. And hey, what's up, my favorite raptor of all time?
hey,
Oh.
Taladia, congratulations. I feel like it was just the other day you were saying on a stream you really want a Superman game, so I'm really excited to hear this rumor for you, bro.
Yeah. Let's put it like this. I know the studio that will be doing it, and that's WB Games Montreal, the people that make Gotham Knights.
Oh hell
They're-
yeah!
they're
I
working
love
on a
Gotham. I just beat Gotham Knights, the newest patch or DLC thing that they released. I still
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah.
I
So,
wish they
so
would
yeah,
do
so-
an exclusive for PS5 so Insomniac could do the game, just like they do Spider-Man.
Insomniac is doing Marvel's.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Insomniac's got two games of their own. So, but yeah, Max, I'll just say right now, the studio that I know that's working on
game.
another game is WB Games Montreal. That's all to say that.
Okay. What should we do? An article, or I think Campy had a video on this about this Paramount thing. I had no idea about this.
Did
This
you
is-
see Campia's hot take on Ezra Miller and Robert Downey Jr.?
No.
Yeah, we watched that the other night where he
No,
compared
he
Ezra
did
Miller.
Another
another video today.
Jeez, he's not getting off that.
It's slow. It's slow. It's slow for movie talk, so he's got to get attention. Yeah.
Well, what's this Paramount news? I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Paramount.
They
so
lost
this is-
1/3 of the company's wealth yesterday.
Capital.
Yes, capital. Sorry.
Okay, how?
I didn't. I heard it in passing. I
Crypto?
didn't get a chance to read
Okay.
into it. Well, I know is analysts are telling them to dump Paramount Plus. They're not gonna be profitable.
Oh
for
no,
like
Star
5
Trek
years.
is Star Trek is doing so good.
What?
Put the Grace Randolph
Where's-
video up, or whoever you have.
Yeah.
Campia
wait,
covered it.
I need explanation.
Wait. Wait, time out. Where's Brian when you need him?
Well, this is
Time
good
out.
news for Star Trek. Honestly,
We need to
Well,
check on Brian
they
after
could
this news.
also source it out to another streaming service like Sony does.
yeah.
Well, it's Star
Sell
Trek.
Paramount to Netflix. Let's do it.
So everything that
Nice.
Yeah. Although that would do good on Netflix, you know.
Yeah.
No,
Because,
Netflix is dead because
Yellowstone
they
is
won't
ending.
share their passwords.
Yeah, is that because of
Hey, see,
Yeah, I did see a blurb about Costner not wanting to do anymore.
yeah, is that Coster?
Yes, and
Okay.
that would take
Kevin Costner?
Yellowstone off of
That's right.
Peacock, and then they're gonna start the show over on Paramount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's react to Campia because this is I'm all ready to talk. And remember, if you're just getting here, we got a 40 like goal. A 40 like goal. 40 really helps us out. That pushes us a little bit more than we're getting. We've been getting about 30 likes. We're going to cover this too, Zaslav. And then I saw William made a comment at the very beginning of the stream that I think William's right. That the app is profitable, but not the company as a whole. You know, that's another thing. This is getting weird, everyone, because all these things happening at the same time, with the streaming not being what people were imagining, the profitability of these, and it's not an evergreen. It's not, so people have to, these companies have to diversify, and at the same time, AI is coming in, and yes, it's not just fear mongering. AI is going to impact them at some point. Even if it's part of the script writing process, they might not get their full cost of what they did before, because you're like, oh, you're only editing a previous script. That might be their angle. We have an existing script, because if you punch up a script that's different from then having a blank script, who knows what these companies are doing. And there's a lot of stuff happening at once. I don't know this is going to be solved real quick. I don't know.
No.
So Paramount should just quit streaming at this point. Analyst from IndieWire. Don't stop at shuttering the Showtime app.
Don't stop believing.
Thank you. Wells Fargo argues at the end of a tough day for Paramount Global shareholders. 60 million people can be wrong. On Thursday morning, Paramount Global reported now having 60 million subscribers to its core streaming service. I pay for Paramount Plus, but by the end of a disastrous trading day, one crippled by poor quarterly earnings and a major cut to shareholder dividend, equity analyst Stephen Cahall.
The problem is,
okay,
there's too many damn streaming services.
Oh yeah, it's oversaturated for sure.
It's definitely a factor.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm very concerned about Star Trek now. I wasn't before, because these shows are excellent quality. It seems like they're pumping a lot into these shows, and I don't know that we're going to get the same amount of Trek shows in the future, because this is just like HBO or Disney Plus before they started cutting back too. They reached
we need all these, we need one big giant streaming service.
None of it happened.
No.
We need a fascist service.
No.
We need a state-owned streaming service.
They're actually extremely affordable.
Apple's only $5.
Well, isn't that kind of what people do anyway when it comes using their Fire Stick and all
that?
Whoa! Don't talk about that.
Wow. A lot of people
Please
do.
Don't talk about Kodi. KODI.
Okay. Well, equity analyst Stephen Cahill of Wells Fargo suggests the company just quit streaming altogether at this point. Well, that's just one. Paramount Plus, like every streaming service not named Netflix or Hulu, is just is not yet profitable, but that's only the beginning of Cahill's argument. Analysts and media executives have long speculated that only a handful of all the streaming options around today will survive or make money in the long run. Cahill is ready to scratch one off that list today, even if Bob Bakish and his fellow senior Paramount executives are not. Why is direct-to-consumer streaming the wrong approach? Because it's too crowded. Absolutely. That's, meaning lack of sale.
That was CJH's point.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't have a Paramount subscription, because I just have too many. And I wanted one because I wanted to watch Yellowstone and I wanted to watch Picard, but I just haven't gone around to subscribing.
Yellowstone's not on Paramount.
Oh, my mistake.
It's
I'm glad I did
confusing too.
subscribe. Yeah.
Well, that's
that-
that's another problem, Bruce. For it's confusing. Like which one's on which app?
They have a deal with Peacock, I believe, to stream.
Well, I have most of the streamers because I'm on Movie Talk, and I don't buy Blu-rays anymore.
Do you have Shudder?
No, I don't have Shudder.
Okay.
I need Shudder in my life.
Shudder's awesome.
Meaning lack of sales. Only Netflix currently has healthy margins, and it's a 7x Paramount Plus scale. We think Disney could get there too, and it's 3 times Paramount, Cahill wrote in an investor note Thursday. Alas, we will see no willingness for these paths. Oh, man. They need to combine more, but then the cost of that app is going to go up. I think we should maybe... Okay, we think streaming losses could remain elevated with low clarity on break-even or long-term profitability. In fact, we think DTC will only be meaningful profitable for the largest. I don't know. Let's get this Campia. I need a layman terms of all this. But yeah, I think
It's time for Disney to buy all of them.
No.
Or Amazon.
They have more than they have.
Or
that
Apple.
more. Yeah.
Actually, Amazon would
Disney-
make the
Wait,
most
Tubi.
sense.
Wait, but if Disney buys it, they'll add it to the Infinity Gauntlet they've got.
But they already have too
Think
much
about it.
IP to keep the quality up and have all. They already have too many properties to even do all their
So
content.
Amazon can do it.
No, but they'll have
Paramount
like
needs to,
Infinity Stones.
Paramount
Kelly
needs
is just
to
running around the living room.
take Yellowstone and put it in syndication somewhere.
Who does
Yeah,
Nintendo? Who does Nintendo have a deal with? Is it Universal?
Universal.
Universal. Yeah.
Look at those guys. Look.
Yeah.
Maybe Disney would be afraid of
Yes.
those guys, and maybe they would snatch up more stuff.
All right. Well, let's see what the camper says. Let's bring that up here. Callie, what are you doing? Oh, Basil, you're getting frisky? Do you hear him? He's like, play. They're running around the living room. Basil, you're an old dog. Did you lose your mind again? Look at this. Hold on.
You gotta full screen this.
He's
Oh,
like,
look,
play.
it's Mike.
All right.
Max's exercise machine that he never uses.
Oh, shut up.
The
What are
And
you
his
doing?
gray casting couch.
What?
Look
You
at
want to
that.
play?
casting couch.
I did not consent to be on camera.
They're running around the living room.
Uh-oh. Saw Ghost.
You see this? All right.
Yeah, I see this. Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Confessions with Max.
Assume based on Max.
Confess, Max. Confess.
Confess to what?
What those dogs are
We love
barking
you.
at.
All right. I'm sorry. That was not
Confess,
professional.
confess to what you did with Clinton in the White House.
I did not have with
Epstein's
that
Island.
man. Okay. All right.
We're out of
man.
control.
Yes,
let's
yes. I didn't even
let's see what
open my
Comcast
can
say.
yet.
A great couple of
Oh, hold on. Can you hear him okay?
Damn, dude.
years.
Can you hear him?
for them. Like we went
Yes.
from going about 5-6 years in a row going, man, how's Paramount going to survive? How's Paramount going to survive? To just, they really turn things around and start having little win, big win, little win, little win, big win, little win, like just really starting to turn it up. And they have done some of the best stuff at CinemaCon as well. Obviously, they had the big success with Top Gun. They've got the upcoming Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. They've had with small horror, they've had some tremendous success there as well. They've just been doing things really well.
Small horror.
But the stock market can be a fickle mistress.
That's so boomer.
Yeah, it is.
What is small horror though? I want to know what small horror.
Small horror
Scream.
projects. I think he's means.
I understand. I'm just joshing him. He means like Terrifier 2, like little indie stuff that wasn't expected, like Smile stuff like that.
A fickle mistress.
Oh.
I think, is Smile? Wait, no, is Smile Paramount? I think that might be specific.
Can I just say something? So that's off topic, but kind of still on topic. So,
Okay, just say it.
You know the young solo actor that everyone wanted as Solo, Anthony Gruber.
Yes.
He's apparently in the new Indiana Jones movie.
Oh, really?
Based.
Yeah.
But they probably just deep fake Harrison Ford's
Well,
face over him.
Well, actually, he might have done that, but he's also in the movie. You can see him in the trailer.
Okay. That's interesting.
It's right here.
Yeah, that is off topic. That is completely off topic.
Oh man, you had a good.
That's
But
him.
it's on brand for CGH.
That's not him, is it?
Yeah, that is him.
What is this?
Indiana Jones.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, stay on target. You're making me pay for not.
Look at that pause. Look
for
at that
not
pause
get-
game.
Yeah. The fickle mistress of the stock market. Don't take stock tips from Campia. That's all I'm saying.
But it is Paramount too, so you know.
Yeah. It's loose connection, bro. All right.
Yeah, sorry about
Because
that.
yesterday, Paramount's
don't let it happen again, Talati. This is your last warning.
Last warning.
He's like, what? No, it's fine.
I've had
All right, back on
many
topic. Let's go.
warnings.
Oh, I did it too, Bruce. Okay. All right.
Studios
I've
announced
had
their
many
quarterly earnings, which were low. Actually, they lost money. And they also announced something that shareholders don't like to hear. Paramount Studios is one of those stocks that gives dividends.
Pouring out a Bud Light.
If you don't know what a
Paramount.
dividend is, when you
Damn.
buy a stock, I'm going to really super oversimplify it. When you
tracking
buy a
shot. I
stock
didn't
and the
know
stock
you did
goes
it
up,
like
hey, you
that.
make money. If it goes down, you lose money. But dividends are basically just by owning.
What's that?
Look at this tracking shot. He has a moving camera shot.
I know.
I didn't know he did it like that. Damn.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Good for him.
I need a tracking shot of me.
He's got one of those. He's got
Yeah,
one of those
please do
webcams
tracking
that
shots,
moves.
Max. And it just,
I need
it just
multiple
Slowly
cameras.
moves to your dogs.
Pick up the Insta 360. It tracks your movements.
Okay.
Wait, so they reported losses? That's really bad, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the video.
Stock. The
Whoa,
company
I
just sends
didn't
you
know
little
this.
bits of money
I
every
didn't
year. Just
know
sends
this.
it to you. Here's some money for being a shareholder. It's great. But they also announced yesterday that they were drastically slashing their dividends. All that news caused a market reaction in which Paramount lost nearly 1/3 of their value yesterday. Their stock dropped 28% in
no.
one day.
Whoa!
Not
What was?
the day they were looking for.
What was that?
Now, this response also got some major financial analysts, including Wells Fargo, to come out and say that Paramount should just shut down Paramount Plus. And they made some arguments as well. This comes to us from IndieWire. Kay Hall, in his analysis, suggested that Bacchus change course and consider shutting down direct-to-consumer. That's the streaming network, Paramount Plus. Should just consider shutting down direct-to-consumer, specifically
I
Paramount Plus.
apologize.
This comes.
Oh my God, the dogs. I'll be right back.
Play the video.
No, I can't play it while I'm gone.
Why?
Someone
So we'll
else
take
can,
over the
because I
stream
won't be
action.
able to pause it. I won't be able to pause it. Someone else
So we'll
can
take over the stream. Max.
share the video and play it. I apologize. It's a dog emergency.
Do it. Go.
Go. While we'll
What's
have
up,
a movie
guys?
discussion. What's up, guys? This is the Taladia Plays and Little Movie Raptor takeover channel.
You know, if they're actually losing money, that's really, really bad. I didn't know they were that badly. I
Well,
thought they were.
well, most streams lose money for a few years before they're actually profitable.
Yeah. How long have they been
Yeah.
out?
And don't forget, there was that race. It was like just a race to get to a streaming service, and they all got up that hill, and it's like, okay, now what? Like,
Mhm.
guess make content, and it's just not enough. It's not sustainable.
So, Little Movie Raptor, right? We got to talk about this, right? Seeming as you're going to see Guardians, how excited are you about it?
I'm very
1 to
excited.
10.
I'm very excited. At first I wasn't, but everyone's hyping it up, man. It seems like it's an emotional, awesome ride. I've heard several people said best comic book trilogy ever, which is a very big claim. It's too hyped up. I was gonna wait till digital, but I got my tickets. I'm going on Tuesday or Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually cried like twice during the movie. Just saying.
Okay, that's good to know.
There you go. I asked Masks if he cried. He didn't. But so wait, was the without spoilers, was the animal stuff, was it overblown, or what do you think, Christopher?
That's part of the reason why I cried.
Okay, so it's not overblown.
And I'm not a huge animal lover, actually.
Okay.
They get you.
Yeah,
Those animals get you.
they get you.
Well, see, that speaks to the power of the movie or how well it's written. If it can hit somebody like you who's not one of these, go crazy for animals type people.
Has there ever been? Can we think of an example where they try to do that and it didn't work? You weren't manipulated. You were like, no, stop trying to do that. Or does it always work?
Because I wake up and kick puppies in the morning. So
No, I'm trying to think of an example in the movie where you're like, no,
no.
your cuteness won't work. Sorry, you suck.
It's easier for me to think of movies that did make me cry.
Yeah.
And A Field of Dreams, I cry every time. That one makes me cry.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I
wish more movies. You know how like they're like Marvel, for example, uses like templates, almost like they like Ant-Man's gonna be a heist movie or all that type of thing. I wish someone would use Field of Dreams as a template and do like their own thing with it, with that concept. That's such a great concept.
You know, this is a great comment here, right? An actual better Jurassic World movie presented by Little Movie Raptor.
Okay. I would watch that.
Sure.
How would you feel about that movie, Raptor?
Sure. I could do that. Let's only do the Chris Pratt ones. I'll comment on his handwork.
All right, I got the video.
And Degrassi, don't put that in the comments. It's making me emotional just reading that. It's too much.
Is it spoilers?
No, it's about Field of Dreams. People want to have a catch. Like,
there we go.
All right, let me know if you hit audio.
Wait, is Max
Stone universe there? They've got Star Trek, which has had a couple of big wins in a row with Strange New Worlds and Picard season 3.
Halo?
What's that? Hey, Halo changed the game. Halo changed the game.
Did anybody watch Halo?
No, I didn't. I was not interested in it.
Okay.
It didn't change the game. It didn't change it.
They just recently had King of Tulsa, which set some record numbers for them. They've had a number of things, right? But like they're saying, it's like Paramount right now is fighting for 5th place. The overall market analysis has been that the streaming, like all of us have believed, all you guys at home, everybody, we've all been saying it, that the streaming landscape is going to be overcrowded. And it is overcrowded. Not everybody can spend $20 a month for a streaming network, for 12 streaming networks or whatever, right? Now they're kind of suggesting that they should just maybe shut down Paramount Plus. Well, and do what? How do you get left behind in this new landscape? Here's what you do if you're Paramount. You shut all that down,
Paramount,
and then you do what Sony's doing. Where everybody is in an arms race, you become the arms dealer.
What do you guys think
In a
about
world where everybody is in an...
so that's a smart way to do it, actually.
Damn. I was going to say, announce tomorrow, Top Gun show, only on Paramount. Plus. Let's go. But no, that's a better idea.
Arms race, you become the arms dealer. Sony has already made its position pretty clear. They're not interested in having their own streaming service. Instead, they're going to create content and make every other sucker in the neighborhood pay top dollar to get that content. Because in the world of the streaming wars, exclusive IP is king. They need a constant inflow of content, more than they themselves can produce. We've even seen HBO saying we need to reduce how much we're creating for HBO Max. We've seen Disney already say we need to reduce how much we're creating for Disney Plus. So everybody's going to be in the market for great content. Sony has taken the position that's made them profitable to say, we don't want our own streaming service. We're just going to make content, make y'all pay top dollar for it. And there's an argument to be made here that Paramount, who, like the IndieWire articles pointing out, they're fighting for 5th place. Maybe they should reallocate funding. They don't have a hope of becoming profitable with Paramount Plus for years. Maybe re-strategize. Set your focus in a new direction. Become like Sony. Become the arms dealer. Keep making Star Trek content, and guess what? Make Peacock, make Amazon, make Apple TV Plus, make Disney Plus, make Netflix, make all them get into a bidding war for your Star Trek content. You're going to make more money probably doing that than you are trying to occupy and populate your own streaming service. At least that's what the analysts are saying. And I tend to agree with them. Listen, I've actually started to become a kind of a fan of Paramount Plus. I like Paramount Plus, but I'll be just as big of a fan as that content if that content is living on another streaming service. And I think this could be a way. It's working for Sony. I think it can work for Paramount. Anyway, Chris, you
pause it for a second. So I actually think that's a smart idea. And I also think it's better for the consumer if that's the way it's going. Less streaming services bidding on content from people. I think that's a better way to go. Like if they're bidding for Picard and they put it on Netflix or HBO Max or whatever, you know what I mean? I love that idea.
Yeah, I think that'll bring in more profits. It'll bring in more viewers to their product.
Would that be could that be a problem that they're separating the franchises out? If they have like, let's say, Strange New World in Amazon, then Picard, then Star Trek fans like, oh man, I want Star Trek all in one thing. That was cool.
Well, that would be a problem.
They might run into that. It's a hill at first, and then once you get there,
I think their best bet would be to sell Star Trek as a package bundle deal.
Sure.
All the shows, one network. It'll pay off.
License it out for a certain amount of years, and then that's the end of it.
And if Paramount Plus ever becomes profitable, you bring it back.
All right.
Anyone here watches Yellowstone?
No, I told you. I thought it was on. I didn't even know what network it was on. I've been wanting to watch it because I've heard nothing but good things about it.
February. Sorry. Back in February, we heard our first reports that there was trouble brewing on the Dutton Ranch. That Yellowstone, want to get a sense of how popular Yellowstone is? Okay. Succession, one of the more, if not the most celebrated show on TV right now, just hit a ratings record. I think episode 3 of the season was a ratings record. What did it hit? Like 4 million viewers?
Oh, God.
That's right.
Something like that. Okay. Season premiere of Yellowstone, 16 million viewers. I mean, just to give you a little bit of context about just how big Yellowstone is.
Damn.
And before The Last of Us came out, is my
pause
favorite
it
show on
frequently
TV.
for transformative reasons, just to give you guys a reminder.
Yes.
I'm sorry, oh my gosh. My dog was sick, and then I took them outside. He came back in and all over the floor, threw up.
I'm sorry, Max. Are they okay?
No, he's fine. I think it's the old. Well, it is the older dog. He can't be moving around like that when they were playing around.
Oh,
It's like,
wow.
He's like, oh no, I feel sick. He's usually a couch potato.
Oh,
So I'm like, damn it! I just cleaned. That's why it took so long. I cleaned it up. They were outside. He came in. The second he came in, blah. Oh
He
my
did a big
gosh! So
doo-doo.
thanks for running the show. What was I gonna say? I need a drink. Okay.
Get that Bud
Bud
Light
Light.
cracked.
All right. So
don't vomit.
you want me to bring this up again? Because I pause a lot.
Sure. All right.
All right. Sorry. Thank
There
you.
you go.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
So basically, Campia was saying that they should have a bidding war between Disney, Amazon, Apple for Paramount's content.
I don't even here's what I think they should do. I don't think they should even combine. I think they should sell their stuff to all the companies. Like just like for example,
Sony.
when the console market was oversaturated, what did Sega do?
Well, Sega had no choice.
Made Yakuza.
No, Sega went off the Dreamcast, and then they just became a publisher and published things to every platform.
Dreamcast was ahead of its time.
So
Still
I
is.
kind of think the first company that figures that out, that the costs are too expensive for your own platform, and to just sell stuff to the other companies, but you have to have a buyer too. Do the other companies want to buy it all? They want to buy content developed by someone else. That's the only other issue. But if they just become a big publisher and publish to every single platform, that might be a good way to get profitability, you know, and make agreements. Well, you know, Netflix is going to have Trek. Someone else is going to have Yellowstone. Somebody, you know.
Well, that was Campia's argument that that's what they should do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's on the same page as you. They should just become a whatever creator, and then whoever bids the highest gets their services.
Okay. All right. Let's see what else. I don't know where were you on the video?
Oh, we finished the video.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we got to right where he asked I forgot her name, her opinion.
Kristen Carr.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me see what the Grossi is saying. Paramount already has international streaming deals with Amazon, Netflix, in countries that don't have Paramount Plus. This isn't some great revelation. Well, thanks to Grossi. He always brings me down. Like, wow, you just figured that out now.
I think he was referring to.
Should have a little
Happy.
Yeah. Paramount Plus already lends out Yellowstone the Peacock. Okay.
Yeah, that deal expires once the show is canceled. So
every streaming service that doesn't have a megacorp to keep it afloat will go under eventually. There's just too many, you know. Everyone saw it coming. They're like, another streaming service, you know. And people, you know what, the consumers got wise and churn. You know, they take
well, what it does, it leads to pirating.
Churn and piracy are probably the biggest issues, yeah. Because people are like, they threw their hands up, I think, you know. They're like, this is ridiculous. This might be more than cable used to be. I'm not gonna tell people what to do on piracy or whatever. But there's just too many things going on right now. Too many services. And the only way I could justify it is because I do movie talk. If I didn't do that, no way I would have this many streaming services.
You wouldn't have them? You wouldn't watch these shows?
I wouldn't have all of them.
But so which shows do you watch just for movie talk? Which ones would you lose?
I would definitely still have Disney Plus and HBO Max.
That's it.
Yeah. But I have Paramount.
So no Picard.
Peacock. I had Hulu, but I did quit.
You wouldn't have seen Picard?
I would have waited eventually to see it, you know.
Damn.
I mean, honestly,
Wait.
I have an interest in Star Trek, but I usually watch Star Trek. I usually binged it after the fact, not like when it's current. You know, like even Enterprise, when I watched it, I didn't watch it when it was airing. I watched it a little bit later. So Yeah, I would have waited for Star Trek, but because of movie talk and because of our great pal Brian, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Max has to watch Superman and Lois, though. That's a show that he needs to watch.
There's lots of stuff. I want to watch that. I want to finish Titans. It's quite possible if streaming.
Did you finish Halo?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I wish it was better.
Last episode was pretty bananas.
Yeah. Should we get to the Valliant Renegade? I don't want to react to him. I just can't ever find anyone else that has the earnings call.
Oh yeah.
I can't. I would love. I'd love to get the link, but I'm not a shareholder.
Didn't Campia cover the earnings call? Well, you know, the whole
The
HBO
earnings call?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I gotta head out, so I'll talk to you guys a
Okay,
bit
thanks,
later.
Lottie.
And everyone, make sure you like and subscribe to Max, guys. As always, take care.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, and subscribe to Talati as well. All right, let's bring this up here. This is from the earnings call. This is only part of it. He says some interesting thing here. I don't want to play the whole thing, but it'd be cool to play just the start. I gave him a thumbs up because he does have and I subscribed. I forgot I subscribed. Okay. He does have the earnings call stuff.
I'm sorry, that's fun. That's kind of funny. Find all their content there on HBO Max. They have the super chats. Let me get
talking from the CEO.
Okay, here we go.
Bells, our CFO, and JB Perrette, CEO and President Global
Here we
Streaming
go. Here
and
we
Games.
go.
Before we start, I'd like to remind you that today's conference call
It's got forward-looking,
including but not limited to the company's most recent
talking
continues to provide a
There we go.
busy and productive year. Thus, I am pleased to turn the call over to David. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Oh shit.
We've had a very busy and productive year thus far. And while we have lots more to do and more to attack, we are aggressively doing just that. The diversified nature of our company continues to provide a strong foundation that enables us to weather challenging environments like the one we're in and still generate meaningful free cash flow. We expected the marketplace to be challenged. And with clear eyes, we remain confident in our strategy and our ability to generate free cash flow and end this year.
Now, this might seem a little boring at first, but he does get to some interesting stuff with James Gunn and then the Superman game and and that they are actually, you're getting this news about Paramount Plus, but they are profitable for the first time as an app. Not the whole company as a whole, but whatever Zaslav did, cutting all those costs, they're slightly profitable now.
Well, good for him. That's a big deal.
Yeah, but there's consequences that have ramifications. At what cost? That's my question. Yeah.
Keep listening then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Because I want to know what costs. What are the costs?
Well, that I want you to think about that. I mean, relationships.
I thought you had a take.
No, I mean, okay. Relationships with the workers in the industry. But you know what? People are going to complain. They're going to come back for a paycheck. If there's a paycheck available, I think they will come back, though.
That's what they're fighting for.
Yeah.
4 times levered, with our streaming service as a tailwind. Gunnar will take you through the specifics, but for some perspective, on a trailing 12-month basis, we generated $2.1 billion in free cash flow, even after absorbing $1.2 billion in cash restructuring and merger-related costs. Turning to the quarter, while Q1 is seasonally our weakest, and we saw challenging revenue headwinds, mainly on the linear TV and studio sides, we are on track to achieve this year's financial targets. And we see a number of positive proof points emerging across our businesses, with direct-to-consumer perhaps the most prominent.
Direct
With-
to consumer? Is that the streaming or is
That would
that
be
something
HBO
else?
Max.
VOD or VOD? Okay.
That would be HBO Max, yeah.
All right.
I would think anyway.
Yeah.
Strong command and control of our DTC business. We made a meaningful turn this quarter, generating $50 million in EBITDA and adding 1.6
No,
million
Degrassi.
new subscribers. And we feel really good about the trajectory we are on. We now
So again, real quick, that's what I was talking about before. That $50 million in positive EBITDA. That's earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. That is.
What do we think of that part? We're only going to go to the gun part, and then we'll be done watching. Now that we have the context of other streamings really suffering, like Paramount, and what we could talk about that for like a few minutes. What Zaslav's done to cut costs.
I mean, he's doing what he went there to do, right?
Yeah, but it's also some of the things some of the major issues that have to do with the writer's strike. Some of the things they're doing.
Absolutely, but isn't every studio suffering from the writer's strike right now?
Right.
That's true.
So the big winners for them were Game of Thrones and Last of Us, right?
Yes, and they're gonna and they do have a really banger of a year coming up. And here's my thing, and I'm only saying this because Degrassi brought it up. There is a possibility with this writer's strike. I'm just saying they're gonna need content in the future.
Oh no!
They got something.
Perp,
They got
I was
they got
thinking
something in the vault. They got
this is
something
the
in the vault I'm
perfect time
interested
to
in.
push for release the Batgirl. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Max.
Yes, we were going to do a special episode on Batgirl and
Degrassi
how
brought
this
it
is
up,
the
not
time.
me.
This is the time to strike. Yes. No, I just want to sleep with the fishes.
For now, my friend.
Yeah. What do you think, Voltaire, Bruce, for CJH? What do you think?
Well,
They're
they might as
finally
well
prof-
I think many things.
Well,
The
okay.
Universe.
About this, Warner Brothers.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, thanks, Voltaire.
I mean, it's interesting that they're making money when Paramount is bleeding money. You know what I mean? So I will say, just to
Wait,
give
it's
Raptors.
bleeding?
Well, they said they were losing money, Paramount.
Yeah.
Wait, they should probably go to the hospital then.
Oh, bum bum.
Is he trying new material
Oh,
tonight?
you
Wow.
wacky alien.
Does he want to be a stand-up now? He's want to be a stand-up.
You should have been here before the stream started.
He's learning human communications. He's in
Yes.
ironic humor.
He's like Drax.
Oh wow, he's at humor already.
He's in that mode. So
Okay.
I get it.
Next, he's going to go into not jokes, that kind of thing. That's the next level we're learning.
Alien Borat.
Yeah. So if they're making money and Paramount's losing money, that's very interesting. And to give Perp some hope, why not release Batgirl as a streaming item? You know, if they're not
The
gonna
only
do
other
it-
thing would be the cost of completion.
Damn. That Harry Potter game really saved him. That had to
Mhm.
have contributed so much. Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
Bruce, what do you think about all this? What do you think about HBO and what Zaslav's done? Do you think he had to do it? Are you giving him props, or what do you think? He's part of the problem.
I think he had to make the cuts.
Okay.
A lot of those shows weren't being streamed, weren't being watched, and then all of a sudden, people cared about them.
Yep.
That's true.
We cared about the jobs too.
Yeah.
Kind of mattered to him.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Yeah, but you're paying people
No,
for a product that's.
I agree with you. He went there to do that. He was hired. He needs to cut costs, and he was hired to do that, and he did that. And look what he's doing. He's successful in his job right now.
And
Despite
Johnny
what's going
Lunchpail.
on.
And
Yeah.
all due respect, Johnny Lunchpail, who just has his credit card charged every month for a streaming service, doesn't give a shit about people's jobs in Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Right.
The content sitting
Did you
around.
Did you do Zaz Slave on purpose? Or I don't know. Do you know that he is the biggest income in the industry, right? And that's still if he decided to pay the deal those writers are demanding. Let that sink in. Listen, I'm not a huge fan of the guy, but if he did get them to profitability on the app compared to where they were before merger and taking on that debt, there's things I don't like that he's done, and I don't think the quality is getting better at Warner Brothers right now yet. I mean, the quality was there already with Game of Thrones and Last of Us. I don't think that he had anything to do with those.
Yes, and I want to make it clear this is despite the writer strike. We understand, and I'm for the writer strike. I'm just saying, like, this is going on with all studios. We're talking about this, what he individually is doing, despite what's going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you know, Hogwarts Legacy made $1 billion.
Oh yeah, he gushes about Hogwarts Legacy. That's how he brought up Superman.
It's a positive cash flow, positive operating income, profit, in other words, on the quarter for direct to consumer, HBO Max, Discovery Plus, or whatever they call it. That's huge. That's huge, and that's almost.
Give props to Valliant Renegade. He actually gave. I watched earlier because I was watching this at work because this popped up early in the morning. He gave a really interesting reason as to why to call it Max instead of HBO Max, and
Because
like the first logical reason to justify it to me, because the HBO brand, while it's very popular, it's very adult, and if you want. You want to stop the churn, you want something for all ages, whereas Max may feel more marketable to all ages. The HBO has that very adult type,
Interesting.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, that's the first good positive take onto why they actually change it and get rid of HBO, because HBO means quality, but yes, it means like dark, gritty, adult to me,
Sopranos, Oz.
Yeah. And then if you do want to stop churn, the best platforms that avoid churn, now that we're thinking about it, are Disney and Netflix. And what do they have in common? They have a lot of younger content. They even have, both of them have sections for kids only. You could do Netflix and turn on kids mode. You have Disney Plus, and while it offers mature, you have to turn it on. So I really think the whole family, taking care of the whole family, streaming for everyone is the only way to prevent this churn and to keep everyone from canceling their memberships and jumping membership to membership. Because if you're nothing, the babysitter, you don't cancel the babysitter. I'm sorry, you want to be real? People use these streaming things as babysitters. Oh, you're bugging the hell out of me. You want to watch Star Wars Kids again? You want to watch How to Train Your Dragon on Netflix? Because my niece and nephew love How to Train Your Dragon, the series. That is the golden, and I could kind of see maybe Max, if they market it towards the whole family more, that might be a way to stop some of that churn.
Well, what HBO and Discovery about their merge services? All those subscribers for Discovery are going to go be watching HBO Max content now.
Well, he also said something in here. I don't know if it's going to be the part we watch, but he said there's going to be an option not to opt into the Discovery stuff. They're going to have, which I thought they weren't going to do that. Like you could still just get the HBO and not have the Discovery. I don't know how that's going to work. If it's going to be a little bit of a savings, or I don't know, or there's going to be an upcharge to get both. I have no idea.
There'll be an upcharge. That, whatever you want to say, like that 90-Day Fiance stuff and all that kind of stuff, that's like normie water cooler talk. That's like the #1 show out there.
Well, William, if you have some good takes on this, I'd love to get you in on here.
Yeah.
Let me drop it in.
I'll take his bad takes.
Discovery has 95 million subscribers.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Sci-Fi Center, I'm sending you a link in case you're available.
My 600-pound life.
I can't watch that kind of stuff. I don't know. Not, I'm not against it or anything. I just
I dated a girl who was obsessed with the 90-Day Fiance stuff, and I watched it with her. And it's entertaining. I get why people like it. Without commercials, so you can fast forward.
Well, I mean, the quality of the kids stuff they had before the cuts, William, but they probably have to get back to quality kids entertainment, right? Stuff that kids can't live without. Like, for example, Tiny Toons University. That's something that seems like it's high quality for children. And, there's also that nostalgia for parents that used to watch it when they were a kid, Okay. Let's get back to see what he says here.
Just an entire year ahead of schedule, if I'm not mistaken. So, again, they have been guiding towards profitability on Disney Plus by fiscal year 2024. Now, they say by fiscal year 2024, so they're leaving it a little bit hedged, right? I don't know if that means by the time fiscal 2024 starts or by the time it's over, like the last quarter of fiscal 24. So I've always taken it as they're going to give themselves a hedge to the end of fiscal 2024, which would be September 30th of next year. So we'll see. But remember, just because they turned a profit in one single quarter, it doesn't mean that they've recovered all of their costs. And just Disney Plus, HBO Max as well. They still have holes to climb out of for years, but having positive operating income from DTC at this point, especially when, and they have ad tiers for HBO. They've had them now for over a year, I believe. Especially when advertising revenue is down, that's great. And that's part of cutting these costs and getting these things under control.
Expect our U.S. DTC business to not only break even ahead of schedule, but to be profitable for the year 2023. This year, a year ahead of our guidance. And it's worth noting, HBO Max and Discovery Plus are still only available to less than half of the global streaming market.
I can't believe this is. That's an issue to me. Why is it taking so long? That's like, why is it taking so long getting these?
Because other countries have deals with other streaming services.
All right. William is here. Hey, William.
Can you hear me?
You loud and clear, brother. That looks. That's great. All those comics and stuff behind you.
The kid stuff didn't work. It hasn't worked for 30 years.
It's not quality kid stuff though. The stuff.
It's not their demo.
Okay.
It never has been their demo. It has never been a demographic that made them money. This goes all the way back to the 90s, back when I had.
But what's keeping Netflix and Disney Plus in the profitability range is the quality kid stuff that kids can't live without. That good babysitter stuff.
Wait,
that works for them. That is their brand. That is Disney's brand. That is not HBO's brand. Well, you don't buy into HBO for Looney Tunes. You buy into HBO. If I'm a stockholder for WBD and your best bet to increase my dividends is cartoons,
not the only thing. No, not the only thing.
But any significant measure of it. This is why
and the reality stuff with I'm not going to be stereotype that ladies like that stuff, but Degrassi saying my wife watches, is that you're talking about the Discovery stuff? People like the food things.
Food Network, HGTV, TLC.
No dispute that people like this stuff. There's no dispute. Where my worriness comes from is, does it need to be together? You can consolidate some things don't go together. And I think he's made two key mistakes so far. And I think he's about to make a third one. First one was the way he handled the entire DC thing, as far as not pretty much having the people he had there do a complete inventory of what was still money making and what they could still draw revenue from before hiring anyone, whether it was James Gunn or anyone else. And now they have a situation to where if the Flash does well, there's going to be a lot of shaky ground going into this brand new guy's stuff that's going to basically put more weight on what he's trying to do, because people might connect with Fossil Batman. People might reconnect with Ben Affleck. People might reconnect with Ezra Miller or Sasha Calle. So what do you do with that? So I'm curious there. The second one was dropping the HBO brand from HBO Max. That was fucking stupid. That's just dumb. And this is living proof that people who are brilliant and super educated people can do stupid things sometimes, and that's just stupid. Dropping the HBO brand. The year is young. I mean, 2023, we're halfway through 2023. That might be the dumbest move of the year by any exec. There's no reason to do that.
I mean, I like the HBO brand myself, but it doesn't, if they are actually going to do quality family content again, and it's hard as to say, I don't want animators and stuff to be out of work, remember when all that happened? HBO Max, we were pretty sad for all those people losing their jobs.
They're going to be out of work again in another 3 years.
But
So
if you get quality, like high retention kid stuff, where animated, where the kids can't stop watching it,
William, you're saying you don't think like they're characters of Tiny Toons or Animaniacs, or they should do anything with that?
They should make it and sell it to other streaming services.
Okay.
Listen, I've owned stock with these guys on and off. When you get the little earnings emails and everything else, and also the good way to find out that animation doesn't draw money for them is say if you own a business and you want to buy ad space throughout the day and throughout channels, you can tell what is garbage and can't draw because they give you the price list. And guess what's at the bottom of that price list? Every damn time, every year. So, and that's why they cut it. They weren't drawing the networks that they give this stuff to. They weren't drawing ad revenue on it because no one was watching it. Everybody talks about it. I wish, dude, if I had $5 for everybody who brings up Batman Beyond and would actually have watched it when it was on, then everybody would be a billionaire. But stuff that sounds good, it doesn't always make profit. That's why they cut the division. There's not going to be a resurrecting the division, and it's not their demo. It's not what they do. Stick to what you're really good at. They were really good at being HBO. But yeah, they're going to be cutting these jobs in about another 3 years. 36 months from now, we're going to be talking about the same thing. If they jump into this, and they're probably going to end up consolidating a lot of what they're doing because this is not a good mix. Discovery and HBO Max is not a good mix. There's more disadvantages to mixing that content than there are advantages.
Well, look at this too. Blue Jay I just saw this. Bill Damaski, former head of DreamWorks Animation, has been officially hired to lead Warner Animation Group.
That's a win.
He is currently hard at work developing a new slate of animated films projects for WAG. Warner,
Animation Group.
Yeah.
So what's today? Today's May 5th.
What's
so 2 to 3 months from now, when they cut that division, people will be
DreamWorks though?
No, the Warner Brothers version of what they're going to try to do. I mean, they already admit they're not. Like I said, first of all, the consolidation of Discovery and Max, I don't think is a good idea. That right there is the genesis of the problem because you're trying to morph what makes HBO work, and it's something that makes Discovery work. They are both great, but they don't need to be together.
Well, they could just add a hub for Discovery stuff like they have for the current content. It's all under one hub. You go to a hub, there's DC, there's classics. It could work.
Quality over quantity,
no reason to do it, though. Yeah, you're consolidating and changing brands to bring these two things together that don't need to be together. They're fine just by themselves. I have no issue. Discovery doesn't have any problems gaining the people. I don't know how many more people are going to watch it. It's not a very expensive service to begin with, so it's not like it's a money issue. I don't know.
I'm starting to think like a YouTube channel. Like I'm happy doing lots of different content. If I just doubled down on one type of content, I'd be way more successful. If I just did DC all the time, or you know what I mean? But we go back and forth. People still say I do too much DC. So I'm thinking of like if they spend time, money, and effort to expand in something that they're not extremely profitable in, like William's saying, it's just not, it's too much effort to rewards benefit. Whereas there's very few, like Disney Plus, even though it has adult content too, what's the majority of Disney? It's really focused on a certain type of content. Netflix is the only one that accomplishes both. And it's just because, now that I'm rethinking, it's because it was one of the first and it's the biggest. Right? They almost called the service cake. No shit.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's just as dumb as removing HBO. That name he just brought up is as dumb as removing a brand name like HBO.
But you know what I mean? Like, to think about YouTube algorithms. When, if Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers all starts talking positive and stuff, it's not going to be as it's going to be mixing it up too much. And unfortunately, the way the internet is, they give you find one type of content and just keep repeat to get really profitability. And every time you try to expand your scope and have the variety and diversity of content, it's extremely hard, And Netflix is the only one accomplishing both kids and adult. And some people think they're failing, but they're the top. They're the top of the top with the subscriber count, right?
Yes.
So,
well, yeah, but they were the pioneers. They took them 20 years to get to this point.
Yeah,
and that was always their established brand. Disney, this was always their established brand. So you're talking about people and companies that have been successful with the established brand that they started with. They're not trying to really diversify as much. They're not consolidating. Disney's consolidating things that work for Disney. What Warner Brothers Discovery is doing is consolidating things that don't work for either brand. Not to knock either brand, because I love HBO and I watch a lot of stuff on Discovery, but I don't go to one or the other for either one of them. And a lot of those people don't go to each other for that. I mean, I don't see, if you could do it and keep it under what is the known brand without, morphing your HBO and losing your brand loyalty there, then fine. But if you got to go change, if you have to take the name that you have, that 30 years, that Sopranos, 6 Feet Under, Boardwalk Empire, Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, you mention those, you see that static coming, you're dealing with high quality. If you have to remove that to take the next step, then maybe you should look at the next step.
Okay.
I just don't understand it, but hey, I don't know. Game of Thrones will still be there, so I'll still be there, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, Pimple Popper and Dragons, I don't know if it makes
okay, let me ask this way. Maybe it is just a lost cause because I love hearing the Warner Brothers Animation Group. Like you, Perp, right? That makes you excited. But having a strong focus in shifting to try to accommodate everything might be a lost cause, because if you really think down the brass tacks, if you have a family, what do? Like, I would think most likely the adults in the family, like when you want to watch something, you turn on HBO Max. When it's the kids, you turn on Disney Plus or Netflix, and you're going to have to really make up ground to be like to compete on a level to Disney Plus and Netflix when you're thinking about family friendly content.
This has been the case for 30 years. There has never been enough market share for Warner Brothers Animation that could compete with not only Disney, but everything else, but could justify the money that you spent on it. That's why it's gone. All right. I mean, this isn't like we're resurrecting something with new and greater superhuman powers. The same market share that was there when they decided that they were going to cut this is still there. They're not going to change that.
What do you think, Perp, Voltaire, Bruce for CJH? What do you think? Like, if you come down to it, like, you have a family, the adults are going to put HBO on most likely, and then kids want to watch something in their room, put on Disney Plus or Netflix.
There used to be a WB store, like a real life, that I used to walk into, and it did have like this aura to it, and it did have like the section with the Looney Tunes, the section with the DC characters. So I sort of understand what William's saying in terms of the brand, if they could stay with it. And I don't know anything about Discovery, so I don't know how that brand, that idea is being tainted.
Okay. Voltaire, Bruceford, do you have anything to add to this?
I think it makes sense, because if you're a fan of both, you're paying how much for HBO Max? What, $16, $17 a month? What is Discovery Plus? Anyone know?
It's like $5 or $6.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's $4.99. Yeah, $4.99.
That's probably why it's got such a big user base.
It's cheaper and it's universal. But here's the thing, though: not everything needs to be universal to be successful either. Because HBO, like I said, has stuck that brand, and without being universal, Game of Thrones is not universal to your kids. Yet Game of Thrones is successful. Not everything needs to be a salad, but everything needs to be in the same bowl. I don't need to water down my HBO, to make, to consolidate this. Their best is to keep them separate. To be honest with you, I think that going for the family thing, if they're going to go ahead and do that, then they should do that with Discovery. But I think they should leave HBO separate, because you just don't want to. Like I said, any move that tells you need to drop.
I actually think I think you're onto
move.
something, William. There, if they kept them separate, and then they did a bundle deal, like I remember when I had Hulu, and they had, because Disney owns Hulu, and they had both apps, and they did a bundle, and they like, okay, you kind of push that over to the Discovery app, the HBO or the Warner Brothers family stuff, and you have the HBO for adult stuff, and then the family stuff with the kids stuff and the reality television and food shows. I think that would be the smarter move, now that I'm thinking about it. Keep them separate and then do a bundle deal instead of combining them.
Because here's the thing: if you have a family and you don't watch HBO Max, and now you're basically consolidating into a brand, an affordable $5 Discovery thing that you could add that to, or this $19.99 thing that's going to end up being when they can combine it. You're quartering what your demo has, and since they're not the same demo, you may lose them altogether. It's $4, $5 is a big difference to a family than $20.
You're right.
Especially if they have multiple streaming services.
Well, the tiers are Max Ad Lite, which is $10 a month with ads, and Max Ad Free is what, $15.99.
Yeah, that is very temporary. That is very temporary.
I think they're trying to predict the future where, people will only have one or two streaming services, so they want as wide a breadth as possible for a family. And let's face it, most people are families. You know what I mean?
But most people have at least a couple streaming. That's why I keep saying, as much as they want to try to compete, if I have kids, I don't have kids, but if I have my nieces over and I'm not in the room and I want to feel comfortable with them watching stuff, I'll put, okay, watch Disney Plus, even though HBO does have kid stuff on there, it's just it's a no-brainer.
Their logic is that, you get the stuff on HBO, you get the stuff for, let's face it, women, and people who like reality TV from Discovery, and then you'll have the Warner Brothers thing. Like, it's a whole package. I don't know how that's a negative thing, to be honest with you.
It's a negative because it's going to cost some customers. Because if you have a percentage, and your majority percentage, given the amount of people that are to subscribe to Discovery versus HBO Max currently, all right. So if this consolidated thing, because those prices, trust me, those prices will get up there. All right, if you are, hey, bring that back up, because that's not Discovery not doing something great just by being able to buy an in-debt company. But hold on that one. You're basically no, because there's a lot of math behind that made it it made it easier.
I just want to say I'm going to head out, man. I'm enjoying the discussion. I'm going to keep listening later.
Okay, thanks, Bert. Thank you.
Yeah. But if you're paying, so say one of your subscription services is Disney, right? And you have Discovery. Now, I consolidate a whole bunch of stuff into that Discovery one. That is, even if it's, say they keep those prices, and they're not going to, but let's say they keep those. They've still gone up in combination with your Disney. Your prices just went up. Now, if you weren't buying HBO Max before, your prices for something that you weren't involved in just went up. And now you have to consider the one or two streaming services that you already have.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm just, as a counterpoint. So let's say you're a typical, or whatever you want to call it, family of four, husband, wife, 2 children, right? And you've cut the cord, so you don't have cable, right? So you're picking your streaming services out. I feel like a package from Warner Brothers or whatever from Max, where we have the typical HBO stuff, which, the husband and wife can watch. And then you have the Discovery stuff, which maybe the wife will like or whatever. And then also have the kids. I don't know how that's not appealing to people. I'm just looking at it from that perspective, which I think is still the majority of people in America, right? It's still families looking for value. And
Assuming that they have any interest in HBO Max to begin with, if they don't already have it and they don't want to pay a higher tier than they already are. So no matter what no matter where you go with it, you're increasing the price, and you're increasing it for things that Discovery viewer may not even have wanted already. And you're also up against an already established market for that demo. And you're spending money to do this. You're investing money. And now he brought this up. Discovery bought them, so they must be doing something wrong. No, because Warner Brothers was doing so many things wrong. $46 billion in debt. They were in debt more than almost as much as their company purchase value was. They became so cheap and so toxic that Discovery was able to come and buy them because a lot of people probably didn't want them at that point. If you look at all the people who are purchasing up studios right now, what Amazon is doing, all these other guys are doing and consolidating, they all had the opportunity to put in bids.
No, you're right. Warner Brothers was passed around, AT&T and all that kind of thing. Nobody wanted it.
It decreased in value of each sale. AOL Time Warner, which was an absolute unmitigated disaster. And it's been that way. Every time Warner Brothers sold, next time Warner Brothers is sold, me and everybody on the screen are going to be able to dig in our pockets.
I wish. Again, I'm thinking of the family who's going to cut the cord. That's what they're planning for. I really believe that. And if you're, look, imagine you are a family.
But can they do this?
You're cutting the cord.
Can they have done that with the brand though?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but I agree with that. I can go on with that. But I think there's a way to do it to not drop that brand name that has brought you through thick and thin. There are times when Warner Brothers has been a donkey of a company, and that name HBO, all the stuff we've been talking about, DC and more, every negative thing we've always said, it didn't matter. That quality
the
of
thing,
HBO.
the thing that's kept HBO Max here is the HBO content this last couple years. Yeah,
that was the bearer. That was the one that said, you know what? Any negative thing you had to say about what Warner Brothers at all didn't matter. Sopranos was coming on. Game of Thrones was coming on. You know what? Last of Us was coming on. That was their constant, and that's HBO. Now you can do this with Discovery, but do you have to give up your brand name? ESPN has done it, like we said, with Hulu, ESPN, and Disney. They've done it that way, and that's how you do it, because those demographics aren't the same. There's stuff on Hulu that is not appropriate for kids, but they have Disney. See, they didn't merge everything into one giant mouse head because it doesn't mix. So, but once again, and they have a huge advantage over Warner Brothers because that is what Disney has always been. Disney has been animation and children content for the most part. Warner Brothers, that is not their stock and trade. They lose money on animation. They're going to lose money because in order for animation to be profitable, it has to be like Across the Spider-Verse or a Disney movie or something like that with a proven brand like that. All right. Most of your animation loses you money because you broadcast it. And if you don't have ad revenue, if stiffs like me aren't buying ad revenue on your local channels and on your national networks, then you're doing it at a loss. That's why they cut it to begin with.
So Zaslav came from the Discovery side, right? With the reality TV, and he kind of knows how to get that market, right? And he understands that. And let's face it, I mean, again, call me sexist if you will, but that reality TV content is focused to women, a lot of it. You know what I mean? So he kind of knows, and he also knows that they're like consuming buying power. They're like 75% in the United States. I forget what the number is, but it's mostly women.
It's 54% of your female demographic makes up for the consumer market, which is overwhelming, which is the dominant. Yeah.
Okay, so not so high as I thought, but still high. Yes. So I kind of think that's where he's coming from with it. And I'm not saying he's right because I don't know. And I get your points. I do see his vision, though. I got to be honest with you.
I see the allure. I see the allure in it, but I'm like, wow, man. I mean, the one thing that you have that you can always go to and say, we have HBO. When I walk into a room of investors and they have a bunch of shit that they want to throw at me about Hamadas and this Emirax and all the stuff that's happened over the last 9 years, I can pull out my bag and hold up this giant HBO emblem and shut everyone up.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And you're taking that away because he's got a long road ahead of him. Remember, this company was $46 billion in debt. Not all of that is gone. And now with restarting or whatever they're going to end up doing with DC, you're adding lag time onto that, because one of the reasons why I always say reboot is synonymous with stupidity is because the time it costs you to rebuild the brand, especially when you have legacy brands like Superman and you have the man babies who will not let go of their previous Superman. And
Whoa, come on.
In order to, you know, embrace a new Superman. Now,
Wait a
they
second
eventually
here.
do. You know, they eventually do, but it takes time. It took time for people to come out. I know people I've known for 10 years now that crapped on Henry Cavill and didn't give it a chance. And now I talk to them now, they love him. It takes time. So now when you restart everything, whatever new Superman, Batman, whatever is going to have to take that 2 to 3 year period. That's still money being spent. That's expectations not being met. When you're a company that was as much debt as they are, you know, though that's an uphill battle. So now you're taking your two biggest brand names, which is DC and HBO, and you're throwing them up in the air and hoping that juggler can get them all and not have anything hit the ground. And if I'm a stockholder, I'm like, what are you doing, man? You know?
Okay.
What was that? Somebody brought up that it looked like a paragraph. Was that for you?
This?
War D controls the 1986 in. Yeah, I mean, once again, though, that's where their money is at. Now, they can make money off of animation. They can produce it and sell it, but they shouldn't be sitting on it. They shouldn't be having it in their catalog like that. They know, but see, and here's the thing. It's not me saying this. They know this. They cut it.
EVS Trust and Zaslav.
I think you're underestimating. And I get your points, and I'm not saying you're wrong because we don't know. But I think you're underestimating the future and people thinking, okay, I'm not paying for cable. I can afford X, Y, and Z cable streaming services, and they're going to look at Max and they're going to see everything it has to offer, and it's going to be one of their staples. That's kind of what I think he's going for.
Yeah, I would, like I said, I do not want this company to fail because I love HBO and HBO Max. I think it's the best streaming service.
I will always subscribe to HBO because I said they were the first ones to get away from the cable companies. So as a loyal customer, I will always subscribe to HBO Max. Yeah. So I want them to succeed too. I guess I just see their vision differently, and I'm more optimistic about it.
I just think more content is always better. You know,
no, not always. I don't think though.
You don't think so?
More quality content.
There's quality content on.
I mean, you could have the WB or
Discovery
the CW.
Plus. You got TLC. You have HGTV. You have.
Oh, there's a lot of great stuff on that network, but does it need? You're not getting rid of that. You can have it all. I can have my Discovery right here and have my HBO right here. I can keep everything. Like I said, if I have peanut butter and jelly, am I putting that on my hamburger?
What the?
No, but he's banking on people coming to the Costco of streaming services, and like after the battles of all the little companies, the one that can offer the most value is going to win. I mean, that's his vision. I think, you know what I mean. So I get it.
That's cool. And like I said, call it HBO. Whatever you do, call it HBO.
When does that?
When you want to bring everybody together, it's HBO. Whatever comes afterwards, HBO bananas, HBO whatever, leather, whips and chains, doesn't matter. I don't care what else you add. You got to keep HBO there, man.
When does it go live? The combined service.
May 28th or May 24th. May 24th.
Well, let's see how they structure the app once it's out. Let's see.
Yeah. And I tend to agree with EVS. I feel like Zaslav knows what he's doing because he knows the consumer market. I feel like he does, but who knows? I could be wrong.
There's a lot of guys that have sat in these CEO chairs that knew the consumer market. I mean, I understand where he's going. I just don't know why.
So William, imagine. So William, imagine you're like, I'm a single man, but imagine I'm sitting with my wife. And I'm like, we're not getting cable. Fuck that. Sorry, forget that. Let's figure out which streaming services we're going to get. Well, I want to watch this. I want to watch that. And the kids need to watch this and that kind of thing. So you're looking at it. And we have a budget. I just kind of feel like Max, although I agree the name isn't great, I feel like it's going to offer some of the most value out there nowadays.
I just think he could offer that value as is, because once you consolidate the price, you're just gonna, you're really talking roughly probably around the same anyway. If you're going to get the same amount of revenue,
to be fair, if on this earnings call that we're watching, if they are finally profitable now, once they combine, and then the price is actually going up, is it going up $5 or something?
It's not going up.
It's not. Okay.
They just created a new tier. Which is
tier.
Where is it?
Sorry, I'm gonna pull CGH off topic. If EVS is still in the chat, EVS's breakdown of that Crowder video with his wife, you made me laugh like crazy. EVS, that was fantastic. Thank you. That was hilarious. I recommend everybody watch. It was hilarious.
Okay.
HBO Max pricing.
Here we go. It's called Max Ultimate. $20, $19.99 a month. You get 4 concurrent streams, 4K quality, blah blah blah, and 100 offline downloads per month.
Sorry, what's included?
You get a better quality too.
You get 4 concurrent streams
at the same time.
Dolby Atmos sound quality, 4K Ultra HD, and 100 offline downloads.
And you're getting TLC, Discovery, and
they are Discovery Originals, TLC, Food Network, HGTV, ID, Travel Network, Magnolia, History, A&E, OWN, CNN Originals, Lifetime.
Oh, thank God.
Cooking Channel, Planet Earth, Destiny America, and a few more.
Look, that's massive value. I'm sorry. That's tremendous value. I mean, that's a lot.
So for that price, you're putting them together. All right, great. Call it HBO. The majority. I'm not. I don't.
But even this Valliant Renegade said something interesting on the stream, William. Yes, HBO means equality, but it does mean like adult. Like you get that in the marketing.
Like
but if you are going past the adult stuff, you're just, and you actually do want to attack that market. Like you gave great reasons that maybe why they shouldn't. I respect your reasons.
My WBD stock out right now.
Oh, stockholder disclaimer.
12.89
like 13. 12, 13.
Up the stocks.
I might actually buy some stock with this announcement now that
I upped mine so when it dropped to 11 because WBD outside of this, their stock is going to be down for a while. You can't have that kind of debt as much as they have. As soon as the more they clear up the debt, it'll start creeping up. So, but that's not their fault necessarily. But I was hoping it would jump up to 14.
Yep.
By now, but not.
What is it now? It's around 12.89. So look, if this, just discussing this here, and this is one of the great things about this channel. We're having a good discussion, 2 different sides. This sounds like a good investment opportunity, quite honestly.
Oh yeah, if you are a low man on a totem pole like myself, this is the kind of stock you buy, and you just accumulate it. You just keep on accumulating it. Put it in your 401k. If you have a 401k, diversify your 401k. Things like if your 401k allows for that. I mean, I did these outright. Back when they created the company, because when they created the company, the stock it hasn't gone up that much. I mean, I think at one point it plunged to $11, which was, just for, like I said, for what Bobby Heenan used to say, a ham and egger, like myself, somebody who's working a job. This is the stock you get on because you're not getting depot stock. My depot stock is $3.29 a share, and guess how many shares I don't have of that. But a stock like this at $12-13, I don't think it's going to rise even with this consolidation because of the debt. It's just that deep. It's like when you pay, when you owe money, your money depreciates because interest, all that stuff like that. And they actually explained that during one of those calls that they had. Because usually the low men on the totem pole, you get an email and ask who you want to vote for, and that you don't get a link.
Disclaimer: this is not financial advice. This is just
yeah. Don't go lose your ass betting because that Zazoff could get off tomorrow and have like a sex scandal or something like that, and then this stock is like $3 or something. So don't listen to me. But I don't know.
No,
man.
That's the best disclaimer of stock talk I've ever heard, William. No, don't listen to me. Zaslav could have some type of scandal.
I mean,
and be
anything
worth
could happen.
shit, so don't listen to me.
Anything can happen. But look, at the end of the day, I'm not leaving HBO, and I already have Discovery, so it's okay when they come up. I just think for some of his decisions are the basic CEO decisions that you hear and see made all the time. I was hoping that when he took over for the previous regimes, that there would be a little bit more imagination into the way they proceeded. And it's standard stuff, which is fine. That's the safe stuff. But I don't think Warner Brothers Discovery or DC is going to take that giant leap forward with the cookie cutter approach, because everybody else is better at it right now. Disney is better at it right now. I mean,
what's their stock code? What is it?
1289.
WBD.
No, but what is their
WBD? WBD. Yeah.
I'm buying some on Monday.
Yeah, and set it up, and you can set your stock things to go for when it drops. So, like, say for instance, the sex scandal does happen, and Monday it drops to $4, you can set your stock meter to buy like to increase within a certain amount. So you've got an extra couple hundred to spend just laying around.
If that happens, then I'm going in.
Everybody's going to go in, and then it'll climb. I mean, it's one of the better stocks. What's Disney stock at right now? Disney, I don't have any of that. I mean, Disney stock is probably out of my range. So you look at Disney stock, okay, $100.52 a share. So I'm out of that running.
I have zero stock. What the hell am I doing wrong? I'm buying all the physical media and the products, and I don't have any stocks.
Yeah, put a couple of $100 in Warner Brothers, and look what that's a much better.
I'm doing it wrong. I'm the nerd collector buying steelbooks and physical media, and I don't buy stocks. And I have
Amazon stock is 105.66. So right now, that tells you where Warner Brothers is as far as So you can't. Listen. The good news about these decisions is you can't do any worse than the previous people did. They drove the company into the ground to the point where it was able to be bought by Discovery. And not only that, but people like us on this stream can actually afford to buy their stock, because none of their competitors, you see how they're doing. None of their competitors are within range of me. $100 a share, I can't do any. I can buy 10 times as much as the WBD stock pretty much with the same amount of money. So that tells you where Warner Brothers is. So yeah, his decisions aren't going to crater WBD. You can't. The crater was already pre-made. All those guys, the Emirates, the Stanky, the AT&T, they already pretty much made the dinosaurs extinct. So anything he does is going to be a plus. I don't agree with everything he's doing, but man, is he a market improvement on his predecessors. Every complaint I have about David Zaslav, I would take him in a heartbeat over what we had, because they're the ones who took. Remember, AT&T purchased Warner Brothers from AOL for $74 billion. They bought it. The next time it sold, it was $46 billion, $43 billion, $30 billion in the drop. You can't. How do you screw up that bad? How do you keep your jobs for as long as they did? If I cost my job $100, I'm gone. They cost their company $30 billion plus in market share. So the next time it sells at this rate, like I said, let's get a GoFundMe. Let's get your audience in on it. Let's get all your people in on it. We might be able to buy this company, dude.
And restore the Snyderverse.
Restore something. Restore the money.
Wait. Voltaire says if you put money in, you're saying no.
No, I mean, look, I'm saying that if you had $200 that you were going to spend on steel books or something, Max, go ahead and buy some Warner Brothers stock.
Well, I don't have any money right now, but yeah, when I was spending money, I should have been buying stock instead of steel books, and just enjoying the content.
I will buy some on Monday. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm serious.
Okay.
Or put it in an investment fund and let that guy.
Well, good. Then we'll have access to these Discovery earnings calls.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You can actually get. I mean, they send the link out. I mean, it's not a.
Well, I was at work anyway.
Yeah, it's not like it's top secret stuff. But what they're telling you is public facing knowledge, because they're a publicly traded company, so any of us can get it. You just get you get like little charts and stuff, and then at the end of the year for your tax,
we don't need to watch more of this Valiant Renegade, but basically, Zaslav was saying that he said Gunn is on a mission from God. He's like on to bring back the DC brand. That's what he said. He said something like that. I don't have the exact audio clip. I was trying to get to that, but
I hope
he's been hitting some home runs.
I hope God was in there when the stockholders meeting happened, and he explained the bumps that this going to take. Because if he had a conversation with the shareholders and his boss, the chief, the chairman of the board, and all the people that can call votes to remove people, if he had a conversation that, you know what, guys, this is going to be tough. Our first thing out of the bag is not going to be $1 billion. It's going to be this, and we're going to build over this amount of time. If he had an honest conversation and everybody, all the high rollers, not the people at the bottom of the barrel like me, but the top guys, the leverage guys said, you know what, we understand, we're in. If he didn't have that conversation and he told people that I got this guy named James Gunn and he's going to do what he did for Marvel and it's going to happen on the first movie, or if he didn't disquell anything like that, I think the expectations, even if James Gunn comes out and puts the Godfather of Superman movies out there, I think the expectations could hurt them.
Darth Snarkus, I have no idea what you're talking about with the comments. Like you're I could see them all. I have no idea. We haven't done anything to you. Not to interrupt, but go ahead.
But yeah, it's just the expectations, because that's what's going to happen. He's going to have time. He's going to have time. For Superman Legacy to come out and make maybe $300 or $400 million without somebody hitting the panic button. He's going to have time to put all this together without, a bunch of people putting pressure on the decision makers to say this isn't working. We gotta jump out of the plane and pull our chute. That's what happened back in 2013 to 2017, and they're still paying for that right now. James Gunn is actually paying a bit of the price for management decisions that he wasn't even a part of, because it's killed the brand and it's hurt the momentum and it's hurt the credibility. Like I said, you're going to pull out new money for this new thing when you just saw what they did with your old money. So it's going to take some time. It ain't going to, maybe Legacy will come out and make $1 billion. I doubt it. I doubt it. And if
that brings up I kind of wanted to segue this because I was watching. I'm not pulling up the clip because sometimes I want to talk about something without pulling up the video clip proof every time. But I was watching Grace Randolph, and I don't care about this shit. But obviously, if you go on the internet, and I know this is a hot topic, but now since the firing and rehiring, he hasn't actually been extremely profitable since that event. He's very talented. The quality is there. And even though
does he have $1 billion movie?
Yeah. Not since he got fired and rehired. No.
He didn't have one. He doesn't have one.
One before that.
I mean, but he got close to it. But I don't think the point I'm saying is, and I think Grace was saying too, I don't know. Look how volatile the internet is, and look at even the Bud Light stuff. People still hold on to this image of James Gunn, and a lot of people did not know about those tweets. They still consistently bring it up, even if they're not like Snyder Bros. Even if they're not Snyder Bros, a lot of people are not okay with that, and do not forgive. I don't care. Didn't hurt me. I don't like what he said. No, I know every movie isn't going to make $1 billion, but I think that hurts the potential of Gunn stuff still.
I think it has zero bearing. I
don't know the way.
I would have to agree with you, William.
Here's why: it's going to have as much bearing, and everybody who keeps wanting to bring up Ezra Miller and the fact that the 2% of us that scratch each other's eyeballs out on the internet make up for the 98% of the backbone of this market. People don't care about this stuff.
I think they do.
No, they don't.
No.
And here's the thing.
Look at Bud Light.
Look at Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has 21 rape allegation cases. All right. 21, $238 million contract. When he walked out there, the dog pound cheered for him. People don't care about, they have the connection between them and their entertainment is not a personal one. If they can get that ball in the end zone, or they can,
I love you. I completely disagree. People make it way too personal anymore. The consumers they do care about this stuff. Look, especially How
How long did R. Kelly go before he actually went to jail?
If he would have stopped and been like,
I know, but you're not, you're not operating within the family-friendly sphere of superhero movies. With those other scenarios. Like this is more like a family, potentially a family product.
Robert Downey Jr. was in an orange jumpsuit for heroin.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying, Voltaire? I don't care, but a lot of people still care about this stuff. It does impact it at some level, I think.
Zero.
Of him getting to where he could have been pre-firing and rehiring.
You know why he's not making $1 billion? You know why he's not making $1 billion? Okay, everything he's done has been not the top tier. Guardians of the Galaxy isn't the Avengers. It made the money it needed to, but it was never designed to make $1 billion. And his DC stuff is obscure characters that no one is going to pay that type of money to see. Your throwaway characters. Now, you're talking about him taking the main guy, the very first superhero ever made. That type of exposure eventually could get you to $1 billion. Mainline characters. But Polka Dot Man is not getting you $1 billion. All right? Weasel is not getting you $1 billion. It's just not happening.
Well, that's the other thing. Even though I loved Guardians 3, I saw a shift more toward.
Excuse me.
I felt more like tones of the Suicide Squad than I felt in the first two Guardians movies that were more family friendly than this one. Even though I loved it, I'm just saying
the Suicide
think he's just
Squad
going to do what he's going to want to do now. I think he's going more back towards the trauma type. Not exactly trauma, but he's going back to the more stuff he likes. The type of there's some pretty aggressive jokes in there.
I think with the confusion with James Gunn is that you see the stuff he's done, and that's with any entertainer or any creator. You see the stuff he's done, and a lot of people assume that's all that a person can do. Most of the times, that's all that's been asked of them, or the situation has demanded of them. I'm going to give you, like on our show, the primary example I already I bring up all the time is the same guy who did Married to the Mob, all right, a chick flick rom comedy type of deal, right? Did Silence of the Lamb. A storyteller is a storyteller is a storyteller. All right. If I ask a storyteller, most producers, and Kevin Feige's one of them, can spot the dynamics of the skill that every storyteller he's ever run into has. Regardless of whether he made Laurel or Hardy and Three Stooges, a storyteller is going to have the same basic dynamics that a producer can see. Fans might not be able to see that and recognize that because that's not what we do, but they can. So because James Gunn's body of work doesn't necessarily reflect what his potential he can do, he hasn't been asked to do these things that he's about to do yet. So I think that's in all fairness to him there. And this is the highest profile that he's going to have. Guardians of the Galaxy is great, but it's not Superman. It's not Batman. It's not Wonder Woman. He was never at the top tier of Marvel. He's at the top tier of DC now.
Guardians 3, it's PG-13. Its parents should know not to take their younger kids to this type of movie and expect not to hear racy jokes.
No, but it felt a slightly different tone than the first Guardians. It felt more like some of the humor in the Suicide Squad. I don't want to spoil anything, but even the joke, like, it was pretty violent. There's some pretty violent jokes in there.
Not for nothing. When I saw when I saw Deadpool in theater, there was tons of kids under.
Yeah, but that's 11. A rated R. That's rated.
Huh?
Deadpool's rated R though.
Yeah, there was tons of kids in there.
Yeah.
In parenting, different. Listen, my dad took me to slasher movies at age 6. It's all everybody. It's a little bit different.
I'm just saying, yes, an amazing product is gonna help a lot, but I do think this is still a factor, and the amount of talk online, even if you think people are ridiculous for bringing it up, his tweet history it's still a factor in a lot of people's minds.
No, and not in any significant matter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The majority of people either don't know, don't care, or don't care to the degree where it's going to stop them from going to see something. Like I said, people can know about something. They're not obligated to care about something. Otherwise, Cleveland Stadium would be empty. And they're not. And I can bring up all kinds of stuff. But, our relationship with these people begins and ends on what they can do for us or what they provide. I was living in LA. I'm a Lakers fan. Kobe Bryant was taking a helicopter from a rape trial and going to the NBA Finals. You know what the LA Lakers fan cared about? Can you put that ball in that hoop? You can judge the consumer, but that the consumer has the right to make any type of decision they want, whether vile or not. That is the capitalism for you. And that's why when I hear people bring this kind of stuff up, and it's the same thing with Ezra Miller. All right, people they're not obligated to feel how the next guy next to them feels. It's my money, and the majority of people are going to pull out that money, and they're going to pay to see these movies. And I don't think James Gunn's going to be hurt by that because, like I said, we bounce these things off the internet, and it's like a racquetball. When it's in a small little square, that racquetball could take your eye out. But when you do it out in the open, you realize that the average Joe just doesn't. It's not to any significance that it's going to hurt any of these movies coming out.
Look what happened to Rob Lowe. He had a sex tape with a 15 or 16-year-old girl. And how many hit TV shows has he had since then?
He's at the Laker game.
What are you talking? I didn't know about this.
Oh yeah. He had a tape, and they were showing it.
Yeah,
they were showing on TV, and it's blurred out. And he got off because he didn't know.
It was a threesome with a minor. It was legal in that state, but still.
Well, this segment's gonna get demonetized.
I mean, but I think the bottom line here is that people can have an opinion about these people, but they cannot expect other people to have that same opinion or to affect. It's capitalism. We don't have to care about Robert Downey in an orange jumpsuit crying before a judge, sneaking into people's houses so high and drunk that he's sleeping in other people's beds. We don't have to care about that. I don't have to care about what Ezra's doing, and as if you're selling something and your job is to make money, you're not going to put that on your customer. All right. It's retail. It's a retail mentality. People can do whatever they want to. And now if there were so many people, that don't like it and the Flash tanks or James Gunn's movies tanked because of that, then that's a different thing. All the things that James Gunn has up against him, that ain't one of them. He's got a lot of stuff. I give him 40% chance to succeed in all this. And those are really good odds right now as we stand. Things could change, and they probably will. But out of the 60% that I think it's going to hurt him, this tweets, that kind of stuff ain't going to hurt him. I mean, he's got so many other things, unfortunately, that are not even his fault. Like I said,
it did at the time make a lot of the news, like all people's news, like CNN, Fox.
That's wonderful, Max. It could be on now. It could be on this TV now. Do I care?
I don't know. People care about people care about stupid shit.
Not in the abundance that it's going to cost them any of their investment.
I've been on,
Mike Tyson bit someone's ear off, and people still
now selling the ear.
But he's not trying to sell you a DC movie.
He's selling ear candy now.
But he was a boxer. He wasn't trying to sell you a DC or Marvel movie, though. That's the difference.
No one's going to go into that because you know why? I can look at all these people and find some really, really scandalous stuff about them.
Yeah, but they're not all trying to sell you a family movie type situation.
Once again, they've had a decade to care about this. Nobody did. All right.
We'll agree to disagree. That's what we do here.
No, I mean it's just that's fine. It's just,
I just see how I always think most of the time I think it's a mistake to go with the opinion. Oh, people don't care. People people care about some stupid shit. Believe me. Believe me, I know.
About it enough to stop them from spending money.
Yes.
You know where food comes from. People know the horrible conditions that food can't come under. Right.
People care about some stupid shit.
Chris Evans,
you're
Captain
talking about
America.
That was a much more polarizing thing that wasn't just about a person-to-person decision. Now the way that was over-exaggerated, and once again, you have an instance where that can happen, but look at the Ezra Miller situation.
We don't know the results of that yet.
I want to hear what Crucifer's Captain America dick pic thing comp is. Go ahead.
People, he was Captain America. Chris Evans, he leaked his dick pic, got out there. It was everywhere.
And he'll be Captain America.
Of course you know about this, Bruce. I did not hear about that at all.
How did you not hear about that?
Your screensaver, Max.
People just want to be entertained sometimes, man. Sometimes people just want to pay their money and go away from all this stuff, and these people provide that to them. That's their connection to them. They don't care about what goes on behind.
I've heard many times on this channel, I can separate the art from
Yes,
the person.
I can. I said I can.
And
yes.
obviously, other people can too, because James Gunn still has a
they
job.
Can't. No, they can't.
And they're about to. And Ezra Miller is still going to get work.
This is the part that Grace brought up. Since he's been rehired, yes, there's been some amazing products, but the box office isn't there yet. Now, Guardians 3 looks decent box office.
You can't put that on him though, because there were poor decisions made. Okay, let's go down the movies that he's made since he's been rehired. Let's go. What's the main movie since he's been with DC that he's made that you instantly think of?
The Suicide Squad.
A movie right there. All right. Should have never
not
even
profitable.
been made. Should have never. There's decisions that don't have anything to do with him that are why that movie didn't make money. First of all, it should have never been made. It should have never been made. So right now, the overwhelming decision to make a movie that should have never been made is why you lost money on that movie.
Okay.
You spent too much money on that movie. That's James Gunn's boss is agreeing with that. So, and it's the same thing with the pattern with DC.
Well, it didn't make movie money because it was released day and date on HBO Max, and it was during a pandemic.
Okay, here's the thing. I hear that all the time because we promoted both of these movies. All right. Godzilla vs. Kong was also released earlier on in the pandemic with no vaccine out. All right. That movie found a way to make money at the box office. August 8th.
Was it streaming the same day?
Yes, it was. They were both streamed in day and day out. All right. So the same thing happened to James Gunn with our Guardians of the Galaxy. Suicide Squad was released in August. We had a vaccine. The vaccine came out in April. So we had a vaccine and people were coming out in August than they were in March. March is when Godzilla vs. Kong was released. Day in, day out, same circumstances. Dune was released, same circumstances. The only one of those movies that were at that level that lost money, that lost 121 million, was the Suicide Squad. All right, our Suicide Squad. And it had nothing to do with the quality of
those three movies.
Huh?
I felt like it was the weakest of those three movies, personally.
That's all right, Ray.
Well,
I thought you were here because I thought you were here because William's on fire tonight. That's why I thought you were here.
It was you made a movie with throwaway characters in a company that has Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and Aquaman.
Well,
it still is a great movie. I think
I liked it. I liked it, but
we're not talking about the quality here.
I love Suicide Squad. To be honest with you, I love that movie, and I love what he made me care about Polka Dot Man. Here's the thing, though: when you're talking about dollars and cents and main event attraction, and where you are as a company with none of your heavy hitters with movies that have been out for 5 years or 4 years at that time, and you're giving me Polka Dot Man, Weasel, and all these characters, all right, and you're giving me Birds of Prey, and a lot of it wasn't even him. The reason why some of these movies don't make money is the managerial structure that DC has failed at. We hadn't had Superman on the screen for 5 years, any type of Superman on the big screen in 5 years. And in that time, not only has their A-lister output not been there, their output in general in movies hasn't been out there.
Sounds
Birds
like
of
Star
Prey,
Wars.
Harley Quinn. What's up?
Sounds like Star Wars, I said.
Even
no
worse than
movie
Star
for
Wars.
5 years.
Star Wars could go 20 years and come back and make a bill.
I don't want him to fail, but we got to get to these super chats. Man, William, woo, you're making me money tonight. Wow.
Match the factual evidence proves it. Oh,
it's to me. Rational Skeptic, $5. Thank you, Rational. That Street Fighter's coming out in a few months, bro. I played the demo. It's pretty good. Max, there is factual evidence that proves you're wrong on the subject. Where's the factual evidence, Rational?
Right now
you're done yet. We'll see how Guardians 3 does. I think it's going to do good.
William, did you see Guardians 3 yet?
Even if Guardians 3, I haven't. Even if Guardians 3 does blockbusters, you're talking about you can't use that data to carry over to what he's doing. It's two different situations. You're talking about what he's doing in an established machine versus what he's coming over and doing in the crumbs that has been left at DC. And like I said,
but he's trying to reconfigure an established machine.
Yeah,
right?
and we'll have to see how it goes. But his previous stuff, and this is where Grace, I think, is dead wrong. She's using criteria that has things about it that have nothing to do with him. The mismanagement of Warner Brothers had nothing to do with him. All right, they said yes to his movie. He wanted Suicide Squad. Good management says no. Good management tells The Rock no. Good management says, you know what? We only made less than $400 million on Shazam. Good management says we're not making another one. That's what good management does. I don't blame the people who ask, for asking. I blame the people who say yes for saying yes. They put that entire company in a situation where no matter what was released, the brand was so damaged that you can't judge that on what James Gunn has done since then. That can't be the criteria. And if she's using that, that's just wrong.
That second Flash movie was ponderous to me, quite honestly. I didn't get it.
Well, let's see what these super chats are. Larry Quarkwitz, he's a big fan of William, I know. $5. Thank you, Larry. Just for the record, my 8-year-old nephew loves Man of Steel, BVS Ultimate, in the Batman. They have almost no interest in Aquaman, Shazam, or Ant-Man films.
Excellent point. Well, no, that's the main characters, right?
Yeah. That's true. And then Larry Quarkwitz, again, for $5. They've also loved all of the MCU, but unfortunately can't see certain ones because of the sex jokes and language, even though they're less violent.
Oh.
What, sex is worse than violence?
Well,
it depends on who you're.
What the hell?
It depends on your style of parenting. There's no right or wrong answer. It just my dad was different, but my neighbor was different. My neighbor was like, "Oh, you can't go see this." My dad was like, "Let's go." And everybody knows their kid. You probably know your kid better than anybody outside of your family dynamics is going to know them. So you can probably know if your kid is going to respond to violence one way or another. Whereas my dad knew I wasn't going to respond to seeing people getting cut up and go to school and grab the scissors and kill my classmate. He knew that, and that's why he allowed me.
I still remember being a kid and we were watching what's his name, Steven Seagal movie, and my buddy's mom walked in. That's rated R. That's violent. She came in and freaked out. Took the tape out.
Everybody.
I know my parents. No, my parents are pretty strict. Nope.
Yeah,
they would not. Growing up, my parents exactly would know. Actually, my mother did know about the James Gunn stuff. She watches CNN and all. My parents watch that. Never would let me go see his stuff. No, absolutely not. Just for personal experience.
It's different if there's a crime, an arrestable crime, like a Kevin Spacey situation.
I'm not saying
R. Kelly.
I'm not saying you're wrong, right?
R. Kelly.
Well, the degree that people will stop spending their money that's the degree. Yeah. It's like, okay, if you're just causing mischief and you're just a bonehead.
But to get it's a real profitability $1 billion range, I do think you need those conservative families and that are all family for unless you're really hot property like Deadpool rated R. Like everyone.
No, because the majority of these movies are making, like The Flash is going to get a Chinese release in China. And they don't care about our morals. They don't care about their morals. So they're just going to go see it. Sometimes people just want to see things blow up, and that's what they are. They are there to disengage from everything that you think that may be a concern. They are there to get away from all that, and that's what these films provide them. And one of the things that people know when it comes to the whole Ezra, the amount of money that they're about to spend to promote The Flash, you don't spend that if you think that you have a shaky star that people aren't going to go see. So
interesting.
We're gonna have a whole bunch of cool stuff for Flash, man. Can't wait.
That's great. Yeah, check out William and the Sci-Fi Center. Look at that shirt there. Sci-Fi Center on the.
This is. Yeah, you know what? And here's another thing that hurt James Gunn. This right here. Because when you make decisions to make movies like this, and when I have a theater full of people that the Shazam is on the screen and the preview screen, right? I've given them hats, I've given them mugs, I've given them all kinds of stuff, I've given them shirts, and one of them walks up to me wearing the shirt, wearing the hat, and says, "Cool Flash shirt." That's when you know you've made a movie about an IP people just don't care about.
And nobody cares about Shazam. And the product they produced is very childish, quite honestly. It's going to be very limited in its appeal. Yeah. Now, William, I got to ask you, because I do watch your channel. I've watched your videos. How come you haven't seen Guardians yet? I know you go to see a lot of these movies right away.
He's
I'm
busy,
not
probably.
I actually sent people to go see. As a matter of fact, let me show you.
Is it because you're not excited?
No, I'm busy. It's just.
You see anything want to cop there, Brucifer?
I'm sure he does.
Yeah, it takes
I'm looking.
Look.
We sent everybody that we sent.
That Blade Runner, that
one of those
action figure variant right there with Padme. I'll take that.
Oh yeah. So Wednesday we sent about 50 some odd people to go see this. I couldn't go because I'm getting ready for pre-comic book day, which has been a mix-up. And
So
then
you're
I have a live event with Trauma coming up that we're flying Lori Kaufman out here to do a 2-day event.
I heard Rhea might make an appearance.
Yeah, Rhea's there. She bought a ticket. So there's just so many things going on right now that if I go sit at a movie, I feel like I should be here. Like right now, I've taken an hour to do this, but I'm done for the day. I might go see Guardians of the Galaxy, go to the midnight. They show them 24/7 here because of casinos. But no, I didn't go see it on the night that I was supposed to see it because I was slammed.
God bless Las Vegas.
Yeah, I will see it. And yeah, I know I can go 1 o'clock in the morning and, I can get a seat somewhere. So, but yeah, I'll see that. I still haven't seen Evil Dead Rise. I gave away tickets for that too. And I didn't see that. That pissed me off. But, sometimes I can't be everywhere. It sucks.
I just kind of feel like Guardians is a bigger movie than Evil Dead Rise. This is the
for a guy like me, horror is my top genre. So yeah, that Guardians of the Galaxy, I know I'm going to see it. It's
but when did you go see Black Panther? You saw it the night of, right?
No, I saw it 2 weeks ahead of time, but my schedule. Well, my schedule wasn't like it was now.
Right.
That was like 3 or 4 years ago, man.
No,
dude,
I
look at William from 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm like, dude, that cat's got a lot of energy, man.
Mm-hmm.
this one, 2023 William has no energy right now. So yeah.
I have some. Hold on a second here.
Breaking news.
It's rumor news. It's rumor news, though. It's from our pal Sean. We know Gunn likes to hire his friends, right?
Doesn't every director?
I'm not arguing that. I'm not. I know Zach does too. My main issue.
Scorsese does it.
Yeah, my main issue with Gunn is that he disregards everything else. That's all. Like I love to see some
a lot of money, man. You got
a lot of characters going forward, like Sasha Calle, which we still don't know. I just doubt Sasha Calle is the Supergirl woman of tomorrow.
I would leave that question for the box office. I don't think she's going to be his, but I think she'll be around.
But let's take a look at this. Let's see if Sean is on to something here.
Which Sean? Because you know a lot of Seans.
Sean O'Rourke, our pal Sean O'Rourke. Okay. So this is on Twitter. And I'm like, I can kind of see it. It might be a different tone. Maybe it's too jokey for Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Who do you think's in the Gunn stable that he might consider for an older Batman that you haven't thought of yet?
Older Batman.
Older Batman. I haven't thought of.
For Batman, Brave and the Bold, not Chris Pratt.
Why do you think it's an older Batman?
Well, Brave and the Bold.
Someone who hasn't played him before.
Nathan Fillion.
I could see it.
You could see it.
I could see, depending on what you need to. How old is? He's old enough to have a 10-year-old son at this point after becoming Batman. So he's in his mid-40s right there. So
I actually think this is
somebody could be 28 with a 10-year-old son.
But the thing is,
not if you look at the timeline of Batman and when he has Damian Wayne and where he's at in his life when Damian first comes to him, he's clearly older than he is younger, because you figured Son of the Beast is when that was released. And when Son of the Beast was released and when the kid was first appeared, he was already Batman. And you remember he's not in his 20s when that encounter takes place with Talia Shari.
I think this would be interesting, especially if Ben Affleck is done. You're not going with George Clooney or anyone else, and you need an older Batman that's not super old.
I think this guy's going to have several Batmen.
Yeah, but TDK's already done. Didn't he die in Suicide
Squad? He died. Yeah, his arms flew off. He's way dead.
Right. Yeah, he was.
The only one that made it out of there was never mind. I don't want to spoil it.
It's Jensen Ackles, but he's so popular in The Boys. Like, I don't know. I could see this. He would. I think I would. It would have to see who's directing though.
I'm sorry. Which one is Jensen Ackles from The Boys? Which one?
Soldier Boy.
Oh, yeah, he'd be good.
Yeah,
he's got plenty of time to do Batman if he wanted to.
Bruce, what do you think of this?
What?
Nathan Fillion. Why are people not paying attention that James Gunn hires all the same people? This is the father-like Batman to Robin's Damian Wayne. Nathan Fillion.
Well, when they say
I think
people
he's too,
hire,
I think he's too old.
Oh, someone told him to shut up. Man, Eddie B. Man, shut up, kid. Kid, biatch. I'm 48 years old.
It all depends. I got to see the script first and what he's planning on doing. Right now, just that he's. I don't know. I just got to see where he's planning on going with this. If they'd be able to say yay or nay.
I think it's possible. I could see it if they want to go that way.
Yeah,
because it's Batman family type of deal, so it's not focused solely on his exploits as a early 30s Batman. It's focused on him later on in his career. So
definitely in the cow.
Right now in the comics, Batman's late 30s. So
the one I'm struggling with is to see him as Bruce, but I could definitely see him in the cow.
It's not going to happen, but it's a shame it's not Ben Affleck with Wayne.
You also realize that if he goes by comic book canon, Batman is not a young man when he becomes Batman. He actually goes to law school. He actually has, if you look at, I think it's one of Detective Comics 420 something. He has a law degree on his wall. He's been to law school. And he left Gotham for 7 years before he became Batman. So he's right around 30 when he first puts on the bat.
That would be about 30 years old.
Yeah, but the new 52 recanted all that and they de-aged them and.
Yeah, but you know what the
Rebirth is
use? It's trash that can be retconned. That's the good thing about New 52. All the world was before Jeff Johns came and shit on it was something that someone else wrote. So if somebody could come along once Jeff Johns is far enough away from DC and do the same thing he did and go back to the normal canon.
The Batman 52 run was amazing.
The entirety of the New 52, though, I think it's hurt comic sales. I think the New 52, it's like a drug. It's like a drug, man. It's real good when you're putting it in you at that moment, but you start looking at the damage it did over the course of time, and look where comic book sales, DC comic book sales are right now.
See, Max, this is a heavy-duty comic book nerd dispute right here that we're watching between these two.
I looked at where the sales went, and the sales, of my compatriots that are here in town after New 52. I mean, look at where the sales are, and you can pull this up anywhere. Look at where the sales are across the board. When all this stuff started going down, when he started retconning and consolidating, and when he almost tried to do it again with Doomsday Clock. That's why Doomsday Clock took forever to come out. I sure as hell think he was trying to use Dr. Manhattan to do another reset of the universe, and DC editorial staff said no this time. They did what they should have done all those other times and said no.
What do you think about where World Champ says New 52 sucked, but the Batman New 52 is good?
Yeah, but somebody can retcon that, though. You see what I mean? So say Max, you're in charge of this family of books now. You can do whatever you want. It's going to take Max. If Max doesn't want that version of Batman anymore, it's going to take 5 minutes for Max to give me something else to be like, yep, all right, Max, it's all yours. And guess what? This is the same way Jeff Johns did that. Somebody else is going to come do that. Trust me, that the current versions of these characters are not always going to be there, and they don't have to be adapted. So, and in a lot of cases, if you look at right after all this stuff happened with Flashpoint and everything else, a lot of artists got mad because of that, because the narratives were taken away from them and given to one particular overarching narrative, and that's a problem when you're a company like DC. And if you look, a lot of talent left their books. There was a lot of people working on stuff that left their books because of that.
But now they have the best talent. Marvel's struggling with writers.
Yeah, and it goes in cycles. It's going to go in cycles. But yeah, if they ever go back to the canon, Superman or Batman, then he's like right 30ish, right when he starts. He's an experienced. I mean, he's experienced in everything but being Batman. But he knows the law.
William, while you're here, to kind of change subjects a little bit, but I have to get you, because guess what? We do have
breaking news.
Sorry, I won't keep doing that. That's the last time today.
You have to if there's.
We have a new hashtag.
Oh no.
What do you mean? No, you haven't heard it yet.
Max, leave it alone, Max.
No, it's a different one.
There's a banner and everything.
What's wrong? I support all hashtags.
Hashtags, listen, hashtags are fun and they're great, but they don't move the needle. Money does.
Uh-oh. What about
Okay.
letter writing campaigns?
Well, let's bring this up. What do you mean leave
How
it
about
go,
a banner flying
Christopher?
across the stadium?
There you go. Pay for an airplane to fly.
You haven't heard this up. It's from the Film Junkie. I'm not. Listen, I have friends all over. I like Film Junkie. I like everybody.
Oh yeah, I got to be
you know?
watching. He's on now.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
Okay. So pick your hashtag. Although I already see you released the Snyder Cut and IMAX is trending already. Let's get more fans to see it the way it was meant to be seen. All right, and let's hear what he has to say here. Let's react. I'm hoping it's not negative towards other hashtags. I don't think it would be, but I have not watched this ahead of time.
Really? Have you what?
No, I haven't watched this ahead of time. I'm hoping it's just promoting his. Okay, let's hear.
I was talking about that with somebody later that night when we all went and got dinner on the City Walk. Yes, I know, like the next step, I guess you could say, when it came to campaigns, and of course campaigns, there's just campaign after campaign. After Zack Snyder's Justice League came out, the next campaign should have been campaigning to get it a wide release in IMAX.
I'm all for this, but I don't think that wasn't not. I think that's what people wanted anyway, though. Really,
is that hashtag worthy at this point?
No.
Honestly, here's my thoughts.
When the movie first came out, yes.
No, here's my initial thoughts. That would be great. Okay. But if it happens, because people have seen it so much already, only the hardcore are going to go see it.
Yeah, there's going to be like a handful of people who go to see it.
And then if there was any potential for any type of continuation, they might look at the IMAX release and like, oh man, that failed. And not have like even a comic book run or something. Like Jim Lee's now the DC president, so it's very complicated to me. But I still support it because I would love to see that
niche little audience that would go see IMAX in general, but especially that movie in IMAX. My God.
Well, it's an amazing experience. I'm assuming.
Well, you have the general audience
I agree.
that never seen the Snyder Cut.
But it's also like not when it's not, they didn't strike where the iron's hot with this. So it would just be.
I got a Bolt Max.
Okay.
I will be on overnight tomorrow if you're up. I jumped in by accident. I had no plans.
It was fun, William. Thanks for coming
thanks for
on.
having me on. All right, thanks, guys.
Go check out William.
Interesting conversation.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you, William.
Yeah.
So
that's my initial thoughts on this. Like, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
Good on you to do another hashtag. Great.
It's 4:3 aspect ratio, so it would work in IMAX, right?
Oh yeah, it'd be amazing in IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's trending today. I'm covering trending hashtags. I'm not going to cry or complain about it. That's great. I think they're both worthy causes.
Is it trending?
It was trending, yeah. That's how I found out about it. No, that's how I found out about
Twitter hashtag day.
No, was it trending on your page or was it trending worldwide?
It's probably trending on my page. I didn't
Okay.
check the worldwide.
Just
all
asking.
right.
I'm just asking, that's all.
Hang on, let me ask you guys both a question. Did you guys watch it in 4:3 aspect? Well, of course, 4:3 aspect. Did you guys watch it black and white and 4:3 aspect?
I only watched a little bit of black and white. I like the Keller version better.
I hate black and white.
I like
hate
that it
4:3
exists.
aspect ratio, by the way. I was angry he did that. But...
All you have to do is hit zoom in on your remote.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
What?
I got it.
What?
Where is it?
All right, so I want to see what else he has to say here.
Yeah, go ahead, finish it.
Breaking news.
That's what we did, because you guys don't even know how it was just like watching it almost for the first time again. There was things
Okay. That's great, man.
I never knew existed in the background, in the frame. I'm like, wow, what? That's not, you don't see this. You don't see this when you put it on in your little TV. You don't see this. You don't see that.
Okay.
It's making me want to rewatch the movie in general, but I don't know about
No, I rewatch it all the time, and I would love to see it. I just don't. Listen, it's complicated altogether of any continuation. I'm support people asking for it. I want to see a continuation myself.
That's never going to happen.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know.
I mean, no, I don't know that, but I guess
in
for
any
a special event,
form, in any form. Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah. Not a wide IMAX release nationwide.
I think
Come on.
it would have done good when it first came out.
Sure.
But people that were interested have had their chance to see it.
You know,
So
there's a
it's
lot of people who have no interest in going to the extra effort of going to see a movie in IMAX, right?
mhm.
You recognize that there's a lot of normies out there who just they have no interest, you know. So whatever, it's a limited audience. I think it would be great in IMAX personally.
Oh yeah, I would see
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
But you know, I'm supporting both.
sure.
I tweeted that and people didn't like that.
Well, it's not controversial at all. Why
No,
would people not like
said
that?
I said I want it all, and I put the hashtag there, and I put the hashtag sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix too. And
Oh
I'm like,
well, okay. That one might get you some slow flack.
why? It shouldn't.
Well, it
Why
shouldn't.
can't
but
I do anything I want to do?
It
I wanna-
triggers some people, as you know.
Well, that's what hashtagging's for, and they can work. Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy has a cinema score of A.
Yeah, consistent
That's
with the
great.
people who on this show who've seen it.
Yes, that's amazing score for,
I had a feeling this would be a great movie.
Yeah.
Just from the trailer, so I do plan to go see it.
Should we then also check out the box office report for Guardians? Then let me see.
Already?
Well, at least the first day or two.
Has
cinema
Grace done
score.
anything on it yet? Weren't there some pre-reports that were predicting for some reason the box office was not going to be good?
I believe worldwide previews was about 56 to 60 million for
Okay, let
worldwide previews.
me look it up here.
I hate singing in movies too, Dat Boy. I can't stand musicals.
I like musicals.
I'm really worried about the Joker too for that reason. I hope I don't mind some musical numbers, but if it's guys and dolls, I won't be able to hang with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're singing all the dialogue. That's for Brucifer when he goes out with his buddies.
What happened?
Go to see musicals. I mean,
All right, so
sorry, buddy, I could have helped.
Listen, my favorite musical is
Oklahoma.
Yankee Doodle Dandy. James
Darcipio.
Cagney, all right, buddy?
Did someone
Okay,
block
okay.
Darcipio?
What?
I'll have to check. I don't know. I'll have to check. Is that who you are, Darth Snarkus? I
How
don't
did
know.
who blocked Darcipio?
I don't know. I'll check it out. Okay. So
He
here,
was called out by other people as a supporter of this channel, so he
yeah.
should have been blocked.
Well, I mean, I like Darcipio. He does have some hot takes, though. I have
Sometimes
to be
too
real.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's true.
yeah. Okay. So let me get to. Oh shit! Now everything's freezing up on me. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. My computer is. What the hell?
Do you want me to pull it up and share it on my screen, or
I can't.
Since
Wow,
you
I've
got that-
frozen up. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, and you're moving.
Okay.
Where's that article from?
It's from Deadline.
Oh, is it in the show notes at the?
No, I
Okay.
just looked it up. Hold on. What the hell's going on with my? It's my Google Chrome. Processing request. I'm just
Chrome.
sitting here. Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's what you use with StreamYard too. Okay, now it's up.
use Firefox.
Or both.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 orbiting $110 million opening. Friday afternoon box office.
Is that good for Friday afternoon?
Well, let's see what it says here.
Mm-hmm.
The James Gunn directed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is spotting a 47 to 48 million today for Friday, including 17.5 million previews. For that will hopefully be a $110 million start at 4,450 theaters. One analyst tells us that dollar for dollar, the Marvel Studios title is looking a lot like Ant-Man the Quantumania.
Uh-oh.
But I believe if you're able to look up the cinema score for Quantumania, it was not an A, right?
Let me see.
These movies did about 37 million in pre-sales, with the latter debuting to a franchise record 106.1 million over its Friday Sunday. Even though the 2017 Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 did 17 million previews, then a 56 million Friday for 146.5 million domestic opening, the highest in the series. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is a different beast. Great.
Quantumania received a B.
Yeah. So that's probably going to have better word of mouth and a better, less of a drop off than Ant-Man 3. And then I also let me see. What else was I going to check? I forget. Damn it. Okay. I was going to check something else. I actually thought Ant-Man 3 was really good. That's great, Larry. I enjoyed it. I really like Kang. Not as well put together as a film as Guardians for me personally. But I don't hate it at all. I will rewatch it when it's on Disney Plus.
That should be pretty soon too, I would think.
Yeah. But that's great for the, Oh, that's what I was gonna look. Quantumania's total box office. That's what I wanted to see. Because it's probably gonna at least do that, right? Based on the factors that we have now, the preview, the cinema score, it's gonna at least do Quantumania numbers. That's what I want to look up.
It kind of also bolds on who's a bigger draw, Paul Rudd or Chris Pratt. And
Chris Pratt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Chris Pratt.
Okay, let me see the total box office for Quantumania. Box Office Mojo. Here we go. Well, it has to do this anyway, though. This is
74.
Yeah, let me bring it up so people could see.
Larry, Crazy Joe loves everything. God bless him. That's part of his charm.
Almost 500 million worldwide. Yeah, that's got to at least do that, but that's not. But it has a better cinema score, probably better word of mouth, and also Rotten Tomatoes too. Rotten Tomatoes.
It's a better movie.
It's going to do more than four. It's going to do at least 700 million, I would think.
Well, to close this out, let's also look at the Rotten Tomatoes because that's going to be significantly. It's probably going to be significantly higher.
7 audience score.
Well, I want to see the critics too. Yeah, there's that. This is going to at least do 600, 700 million.
You like the tweet today, Bruce, about people who are shitting on Rotten Tomatoes. I didn't care for. Truthfully,
what happened? What I did?
You liked the tweet about somebody criticizing people who didn't believe critics on Rotten Tomatoes today. I thought that was a poor choice on your part, brother.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
There was a guy who tweeted like, "Oh, I don't like critics and blah blah blah," and they make me. And then you liked it, and you anyway, whatever. I'll find the tweet and I'll.
Oh, I retweeted it.
Yeah, you liked it and made a comment too.
Yeah, people. I still go back to people use Rotten Tomatoes to prove a point, or if they like the movie, they don't like the movie, and then they don't know that the critic score is just how many critics actually like the movie versus who didn't. It's not an actual standard of how good the movie is.
I pay attention to the differences between the critics and the audience, though, when it's a big divergence one way or another. But anyway, this is pretty consistent with what you would expect. That's a really good critic score for a movie like this, and a really good audience score too.
No, Marcus, stop the stream. I mean, I probably should because I have some stuff to do.
He just wants you to retire in general.
Yeah, I'm never retiring, Marcus. I'm not no camper. I'm not John Campia. You're stuck with me.
And he's not going to be one of these people who goes, "I quit," and then comes back like a week later or a few days later.
No. I did quit. Oh, I did quit twice. Actually,
no offense to our friends, but yeah, you quit. When was the last time you quit?
Well, there was when we had a family. Oh my god.
Oh well, that's different.
I beat you.
Family issue. Yeah, that's different.
Oh, thank you.
Come on.
Goodbye, Marcus. Woo!
Thanks for coming.
I mean, I want you to have a great day, Marcus, but if you're going to be an idiot, bye. All right. So, what was I saying?
You had a family thing. So
yeah. There was a family thing. And then the second time, I wasn't doing well at work, and I was severely in debt, and I was rethinking my life. And I used to be like not super chats or memberships or anything.
Okay.
And then I was like, if I'm going to devote this amount of time and be away from my family and my wife, then it has to also be financially. It has to financially help me.
Yeah, this is my theory.
No, this has become a part-time job now for me.
Yeah.
Where before I came back, it wasn't. I was
Yeah.
just doing it for fun, and it's also helping me get out of debt. Like this is my more fun job, and everything, all the profits I get from here that doesn't go back into StreamYard for other team members and costs associated with the channel goes to paying down my debt.
Yeah. And again, that goes with my theory in life in general, everybody. Does it make you happy or does it make you money? If it doesn't do one or the other, don't do it for the most part.
Jesus, how many alt accounts does
I know
Marcus
that was funny. You think you can't stop me? Yeah, we can. This is YouTube. It's a platform that, I mean, I don't want to stop you, but whatever.
Yeah, that's okay, Marcus.
If you have anything that you want to talk about movies, come back. But
and even his comments were funny, like Max quit. Max,
I know that's funny. That's
but
funny.
then he had to go do that kind of stuff. Like, come on, Marcus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wish
He
you the
must be
best.
really bored to go on his 17 alts to come back. Keep coming back.
No, keep coming
Marcus,
back.
If that is your
Oh, that's more views. More views. Keep coming back.
Every alt, please like and subscribe. But probably not. Probably not. Okay. Let's do some rapid fire topics, I guess. Because
Please, I'm enjoying myself.
Oh, I have an announcement.
Oh.
I am retiring.
Oh no!
From MME?
No, from life.
Oh, good.
No, I'm just
God.
kidding.
Oh no.
You just bought a $300 mic. Come on.
No, it's 300. Was it 300?
I thought you said 275 or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
250.
taking tax into account. Yeah.
Today is Free Comic Book Day. So go to your local LCS local comic shop, and pick up some free comics.
Oh, that's fun. There you go.
Yes,
take your kids, take your nephews, your nieces. Take the douchebag down the street that you don't like.
No, I'm
take
not
everyone.
taking the douchebag. I'm not taking Marcus. I mean,
Ah.
I'm just kidding, Marcus. I actually like Marcus. But yeah, I would love to. I'm gonna miss it though. When is it? What day exactly?
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm busy tomorrow. Damn, I'm gonna miss that.
Just go in the morning. They're opening at 8 or 9 o'clock usually.
8 o'clock comic book shop on Saturday?
Yes, the line is usually crazy.
Really?
Free Comic Book Day.
What did you just tell me to do?
Wake up early on a
Okay.
Saturday.
I'm supposed to wake up early and go up to the cottage.
No, that's right. You said there's stuff to do.
Yeah. I'm retiring into the next dimension. Awesome.
Nice.
Okay. Oh well, I have this up, but let's do rapid fire topics.
He's drinking Bud Light on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
It's about the same alcohol count.
So this I already covered. Guardians of the Galaxy grooves to 17.5 million with Thursday preview screenings. So I could get that out of here.
Happy birthday, Anthony.
Oh, happy
buddy.
birthday, Anthony. Yeah. You're getting old, I know. You're in the right place.
We only a few years over here from ARP.
You got that great.
I get ARP ads and
haircut.
stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yellowstone officially ending. Sequel series moving forward. And there's rumors that there was actually Kevin Costner wasn't happy. I don't know.
That's what I saw a tweet that said he was unhappy with something they were doing with the script. Good for Kevin Costner.
This follows several months of gossip centered around star Kevin Costner's alleged reluctant to commit to any significant time shooting the series.
But not for nothing. The real star of the show is his daughter, the actress that plays his daughter.
Is that right?
She's amazing.
I gotta watch it.
You gotta see the episode when she gets into a bar fight. Holy shit!
I will watch this show. It's one of those things I'll binge at some point, but I really intend to. I will. I heard nothing but good things about it.
I really do. I hate that family, but it's such a good show.
Okay.
I like Rocket behind me, although I don't know.
You like
That's
a
a good
rocket
one.
behind you?
From
Sure he
my
does.
background, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that rocket? Okay.
A red rocket.
No, I don't want that kind of Christopher. I don't want that kind of rocket behind me. I don't know what kind of Silo TV. Damn it!
What is that?
I think it's on Apple Plus.
It's a show.
Post-apocalyptic stories. Let me see. It's got that Mission Impossible lady. On the surface, Silo shares a lot in common with many other dystopian stories we've seen adapted on the screen. Notably, City of Ember, a young adult action film that also starred in Tim Robbins. That doesn't sound great because I don't like that movie. Silo imagines a society of humans developed over hundreds of years where the history has been lost due to rebel uprising. Okay, we've seen stuff like this. Then they're talking about Snowpiercer. I never saw that. I've heard great things.
Oh, you've seen the movie though, right?
No.
The movie?
Oh, you got to see the movie. The movie is really good, Max. Have you
They're
seen the
saying
movie,
it's great.
Brewster?
Snowpiercer. No, I haven't. I haven't seen either. I've heard great things.
Brewster, have you seen the movie Snowpiercer?
No, I
Starring
haven't.
Captain America. Oh wow, it's a good. It's a good movie, guys.
All right, I want to check it out.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's really good. It's made by that
Did you see the
Korean
series too?
I didn't get into it. I didn't really give it a chance though. It's just I watched the first episode, and I guess because I had my head entrenched in the movie, I never really gave it a chance. But the movie is super enjoyable. At least watch the movie, and then decide if you want to watch the series.
One Piece creator says the live-action Netflix series will be setting sail very soon.
A lot of hype on that.
It's a very popular show. Anime.
Yeah,
it's Bruce's first favorite.
No, I've never seen it. But there's over 1,000 episodes. There's no way I can watch from the beginning to
Yeah, those type of anime, I'm like, really, I like question. Could it really be that good if there's 1,000 episodes?
It's probably the number one anime in Japan.
Let's see the Citadel review.
Right. Sorry, it's the Parasite director and the host director. And that guy has a good resume, and all his movies are good. So you should check out
Citadel was great. April 28th on Prime.
The trailer looks really good.
Yeah.
Really, I saw some people crapping on Citadel.
Really?
Yeah, I saw some people too. That's why I was like, I don't know. Let me see. I wanted to bring this up too. Now that I'm thinking about it, because thinking about Citadel. Okay, hold on.
And guys, if you like Parasite, go watch the movie called The Host, and go watch as well Snowpiercer. The director knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they haven't made a video in a while. It must be on their site. Damn it. I'll have to check out the site small screen. There's an article that I wanted to cover, and I thought they would make a video too about the next James Bond. I wanted to see here.
It's good, Darth Snarkus, that you're still supporting Anheuser-Busch, just like Max. So
yeah.
You drink your 30 brick of Bud. $18 is the Dollar General, according to him. Good value.
Where is this article? I saw it earlier.
And to be while you're looking it up, I watched the first season of Barry. I haven't seen the second season, but I'm meaning to catch up. I know apparently this season is really good too. So
I got to see that show. I haven't seen that
I
either.
enjoyed the first season. I just never got into the second season.
Well, now's the perfect time.
Yeah,
get your back catalog during the writer's strike.
Yeah,
you know. Okay, here it is. I found it. All right, this is what people are saying is the next James Bond. I think he's come up before. I don't know.
Oh, it's what's his name? Stark.
Yeah, Richard Madden. He's also in that show Citadel. That's why I wanted to.
Okay.
A shared social media video featuring Richard Madden has made fans wonder if he's the new James Bond.
Sure, why not?
After Daniel, we get all that. Where's the video? I want to see the video. That's bullshit article. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is the video. This is the video. Let me actually bring it back and share the audio because I didn't know there was going to be the video in there. I want to see what they're talking about. Make this bigger here.
He's the actor who played Robb Stark, isn't he, Larry?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's bring this up and see why people think this means he's playing James Bond.
Oh, jeez. Can you zoom in?
I zoomed in too much?
No, never mind.
No, he wants the chest in the white T-shirt. That's what he's looking.
Oh, that's what. Okay. So Brucifer's on board with this casting because
Yeah,
it's
you know
taking
what?
martini, not stirred. Is that why?
Well, that too. Yeah.
Man.
He was also in a very popular British show called The Bodyguard. So people like him in the UK.
The Bodyguard.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, it's apparently a very good show.
I do love
Yeah,
British
the turtle.
television.
Yeah, me too.
That's it. This is what people are.
And he was
he's
in
wearing a white
Eternals.
Yeah, he plays the whatever in Turtles. Yeah.
I was hoping he'd drop his drink on his shirt, but okay.
Okay.
They look like they're drinking a vest. What? You want him to drop his drink on a shirt?
He wants a wet T-shirt contest, man. Get it.
The Vesper is also known as Vesper Martini. It's James Bond's favorite drink.
Mm.
Okay.
That was the best for martini.
What's Stanley Tucci got to do with it, though?
Nothing.
Okay.
I guess he was in Citadel with him, maybe.
Mm.
And then they're drinking martinis. I don't know. He doesn't. I like this actor, but it's just something a little bit. You need a little bit more charisma if you're James Bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's got it. To be honest with you.
You do?
Yeah, and you know what? They when they cast James Bond, although American audiences or whatever, they still try to get like somebody that the British audience will like, and I know they like him a lot because of that Bodyguard show and other things.
Well, Citadel might, maybe the Citadel is kind of like a.
Oh, it's streaming on Netflix.
What?
Apparently, The Bodyguard.
Okay.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
Well, I mean, the new show that we were just looking at before, Citadel, that's kind of like the espionage type thing too. Maybe it's really good, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Why would they just be? Why would they make this video for no reason though? Just like martinis with no context. Release it. I don't know.
Maybe it was before the casting couch.
It could be, yeah, it could be just a couple of guys out for a smart cocktail together,
Smart cocktail. Yes, they're definitely there for the cocktail.
Oh,
All right.
Shaken, not stirred.
I thought he was going to say that, but no, he didn't say. He doesn't say anything. All right.
Well, look, Daniel Craig was very brooding.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
I did not like his James Bond.
I didn't either. But Pierce Brosnan was such a great James Bond prior to him. That's probably.
I'm looking forward to this.
Percy Jackson gets release date window official.
People are pumped for this, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, it's that actor that was in the Adam Project that got a lot of buzz. I think this is a good series.
Yes.
I think this is their Harry Potter. Like if they do it right, it could probably surpass it if it's done good.
That's a tall order. But yeah.
But the books are really good.
Confirming the show Disney Plus release date will be in 2024. Okay. 8 episodes.
There you go. Something to look forward to, kids.
Yeah. Not just the kids. Not just the kids. Ooh. Here we go, Bruce. You're going to like this next story.
Max, are you enjoying your show?
Yeah, answer the question, Max. People
Oh,
wanna
yes,
know.
yes. I love it.
How about the shorter
I
showers?
get
Have you
cold,
noticed
though.
that?
I get cold. I have to put a beanie on sometimes.
Well, summer's coming.
Yeah. What was your question, Voltaire?
I said, do you take shorter showers, as Larry's mentioned? Have you noticed that? Oh, there you go.
We have to use just a little bit of shampoo. It was getting really ridiculous with the shampoo with long hair. I was like, wow. Yeah. Wife still doesn't like it, but it grows back. It grows back. Okay. Next, Aquaman. This is a list of who they think should be the next Aquaman.
What?
No.
They're already recasting Aquaman?
Leave it alone.
Oh, really? You want to leave this article alone? Look at that picture.
No, I mean leave recasting.
There's not enough hair on the chest for me.
Oh.
That would be a tall order.
What about
to
that?
recast. Well,
No.
yeah, he's very good, but to recast
Momoa.
Jason Momoa. My gosh, he's such a good casting.
I think they would go
Alexander
with Jackson to play the next Aquaman.
What about Glenn Powell from Maverick? He's been popping up on a lot of lists.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Who the hell's this? Sam Claflin.
No idea.
Never heard of him.
These are just now shirtless guys you're showing.
They're just picking shirtless.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I don't know who this
understand
is
that.
either.
Well, he should keep his shirt on.
Oh,
Liam Hemsworth.
Nah,
yeah.
too old.
Austin Butler. Is Aquaman? I
don't
think he's more Superman than Aquaman.
He is Superman. When you look at him, even there, he looks like Superman.
Yeah. I mean, if he bulked up a little bit, right?
How do you feel, both of you? How do you feel about that guy? The rumors about that guy being Superman, the bad guy from Guardians 3.
What?
There's rumors that he's going to be the Superman, the guy who played the bad guy, Adam Warlock, in Guardians 3.
Oh, I was thinking about High Evolutionary. Oh,
No, I don't think so.
I
because
don't think he's going to do both.
Those are the rumors. What do you guys think
Really?
if he was selected? Yeah, there's people who are saying that because he worked with James Gunn, and James Gunn loves doing that kind of stuff.
Here is the next Aquaman.
Dev Patel?
Dev Patel wouldn't be bad. Okay.
Aqualad, yeah.
Okay, so then Dev Patel would be okay for the role.
Yeah.
All right.
If you haven't seen the movie Green Knight, that's an interesting movie for everybody with Dev Patel.
This is a horrible choice.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, nothing against. I like him in Stranger Things, but what the hell?
He was
They're
good.
just-
He's good as a psycho. He could play Joker, maybe.
No,
but
next.
Henry
Who's
Golding.
that?
He was in Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh,
They're
Next.
just they want to have a lot of diversity on the list.
Next.
John
Yeah,
David Washington.
Sure, he's good. That
Well,
guy's
he was
good in everything
Aquaman.
I've seen. Yeah.
He was Aquaman in Smallville.
Smallville.
Mm.
I wouldn't mind.
He-
that.
wait, hang on. This guy. He's rumored
Dungeons
to be in
and
a lot of
Dragons.
things. What,
He was
what
in
the other
Dungeons and
thing?
Dragons.
007.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Superman.
Look
He
at that
really was.
eyebrow raise. That is a little 007 there. Like I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
No, he's getting a lot of buzz. This guy.
Yeah. All right. Out of those, they're not. I just can't get past Momoa. I can't get past Momoa. I'm like, why recast it right now? If you really are gonna not do another Aquaman 3 or have him in any other projects, I would just wait a while
Mm.
and do other characters.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's not to the same extent, but it's almost like recasting Wolverine. Like they got to wait a long time before they ever recast Hugh Jackman. And I just feel like Momoa is such a presence. And he, by the way, Momoa is beloved. Like women love him. You know, people love Momoa. So recasting him is like not a good idea at all for a long time anyway.
I know you're all wondering this about Andor season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I am actually.
Felicity Jones reveals if she'll return. That'll
I
be
would
interesting.
imagine.
I don't know because they didn't meet up until the beat Rogue One, right?
Yeah, but they could have a side story with her. I would imagine there.
A side story.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
What do you think, Brucifer?
Meh. I don't
Eh?
care.
I care. I'd like to see it. I'm just struggling to find a story reason as how they could do it if they meet fresh in Rogue One. I don't know how they could do it. So let's see.
Well, maybe she could play another character. It is said what the next Star Wars is said. What?
Oh, okay. Well, here it says. Sadly, Jones shared how she won't be in the show's sophomore run, but she hopes her character can make a comeback. Well,
What
you
does that
died.
mean?
I don't
No.
know. I'm
She's
afraid
not.
to say I won't be, but I still have hope for Jyn Erso at some point to make a comeback. But
Where?
no, sadly, I don't know. The I mean, if Andor does good enough, maybe they'll do a Jyn Erso
Ugh,
series, but I don't
No.
think them interacting
Please
with
no.
that would
Please
be
no.
terrible.
terrible.
What did she do outside of
Jyn
Rogue
Erso-
One?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I did. I mean, it was a massive, massive challenge. I was doing a lot of martial arts in preparation for it. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a huge scale. I was quite in awe of the whole thing, honestly. I actually wouldn't want to repeat any of her characters. It's so funny once you wait. What is this? Oh, it's so funny once you've sort of done it and you've kind of put it to bed. You've already for the next challenge. During a Hollywood Reporter previous interview, she said there's unfinished business for Jen. It's pretty finished. You're dead. It's finished.
Well, and the paragraph right before that, she said she didn't want to play it again.
I don't know. She's all over the place.
Yeah.
I just keep saying that reincarnation is totally possible. Oh, God.
I'm done.
Oh, woke. Oh, Felicity. Are you serious? My character's dead, but I want to be reincarnated in Star Wars? Okay. Is totally possible in Star Wars universe. So I feel there's unfinished business for Jen for sure. I think it'd be fascinating to see her getting older and wiser and fighting the dark forces in the universe, which there are many, it seems.
Jeez, that's terrible sounding pitch.
Terrible.
Yeah.
No more Jen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not woke.
Woke reincarnation? I don't know.
What?
You
know what woke is? When I wake up in the morning to go to the comic book store. That's woke.
So and somebody said that Momoa would be good as Lobo. So Lobo is a perfect character for James Gunn to work with, quite honestly.
Yeah.
How they bring him in is going to be super duper interesting. And
absolutely.
And it starts with the casting. Maybe Skarsgård would be good for that, somebody like that. But certainly Momoa would be.
All right. Well, Captain America 4 is changing its title according to rumors.
Uh-oh.
What was it? New World Order? Is that what it was?
The New World Order, brother.
That's what it was going under before, I think.
Yeah.
According to a new rumor, is this from the Hot Mic podcast?
That's a terrible title just because of the wrestling.
Uh-oh. There's a new scooper called Can We Get Toast?
I like it.
What?
Was asked on Twitter whether Captain America 4, currently subtitled New World Order, is bound for a new title. The account responded with a simple confirmation. Yes, it is. That's it?
It is, brother. No more.
Someone asked, and they said yes, not what it could be.
Mm-hmm.
The writer's strike has nothing to do with the Captain America New World Order's name change.
Well, that's important to know.
What the hell is this? This is really... Uh-oh. We've entered a new era. Are these site writers also on strike? What the hell is this? What the hell is this, Crucifer? Someone asked a random anonymous scooper on Twitter, "We got toast. Is it going to change its name?" Yeah, it's going to. And that's the scoop.
Good.
Wow.
I mean, that's a scoop. I don't think it's a good title. I really don't.
Why?
Because of the wrestling. I just think of Hulk Hogan with that fake beard with the makeup on his.
Yeah, brother.
No way, brother. The New World, the NWO is here. That's what New World Order means.
Hey, have you guys ever seen Lobo before they upgraded him?
Oh my God, no, I've never seen that.
And
that doesn't look intimidating at all.
His first appearance.
Oh my God.
What is he doing to that lady?
What do you think? He got a shot bondage. It's a bondage cover. That's what they call it.
Listen, brother, I got her tied up to the front of my motorbike.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, it was. All right, that's cool. Yeah, brother. All right. We're chipping away at the articles. Rapid fire topics are sometimes fun.
I enjoy them.
Yeah.
It goes smoother when there's less people on the panel. When there's a lot of people, and then the rapid fire topics not rapid fire.
Well, you got the A team right here.
Oh, this is the A team.
Oh.
Uh-oh. All right. Let me bring this up here. Disney Plus X-Men reboot confirms main characters. I'm looking forward to this X-Men 97 continuation. Who are the main cast? Storm, Cyclops. Okay, that's it. Oh,
What?
other iconic X-Men characters have previously been confirmed: Rogue, Gambit, Wolverine, Jubilee, Jean Grey, Beast, Nightcrawler, Cable, Bishop, Morph, Forge, and Sunspot.
So the same people from before, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to see if there's anything new here.
Mhm.
Magneto, Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost, Callisto, Val Cooper, Mr. Sinister. Was Mr. Sinister in the old series?
He was. There's a
Yes.
fantastic Mr. Sinister.
I don't think I ever finished the whole thing. Let me see.
The origin story of Mr. Sinister that they did in that cartoon is really good. Go look it up. It's really quite good.
All right, guys, I gotta head out.
All right, thanks,
All
Bruce.
right, Bruce.
All right, have a good night, guys. Good
All
night,
right,
All right,
Chad.
you too. Oh, he has to get ready for the comics in the morning.
No, my friend's freaking headset is dying. I don't know where his charging cable is. I'm not
Okay.
home.
All right. Oh. Okay, have fun.
I'll show you pictures tomorrow.
No, I don't want to see pictures. Okay. I'm just kidding. At the comics, yes. All right.
Yeah,
So
Larry,
I'm-
I'm psyched for it too. I'd like to watch that X-Men cartoon for fun.
Yes.
Mhm.
I have to go back and rewatch it. I watched a lot of it. Remember Pizza Hut back in the day used to give VHS tapes of X-Men? That's where I saw a lot of them.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah,
know. I
they
don't
used to
remember
give
that.
like
Wow.
they used to you got like rewards. It was not, I don't think it was like Book It, but it was something else. You could also get like TMNT tapes, VHS tapes,
Oh, wow.
X-Men VHS tapes that had like 2 or 3 episodes on it. And that was the problem. That's how I watched a lot of it when I was growing up at my cousin's house.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3 there'd be a great arc, and then you didn't have the next VHS.
Right.
tape. I was like, damn it. And then I used to watch it on like Fox Kids or something.
Sure.
All right, let me see. We got like 3 articles left.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We're getting there. Superman is making a lot of appearances. Talati keeps talking about Superman and Lois.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people do.
Yeah, season 4. Wow, it's up to season 4. I mean, he looks better there, I guess. I think he does a really good Clark. She's an amazing Lois, and I like the family aspect.
Those painted abs don't look good to me, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stumbling block, but other than that, he does great. His arms look good.
Yeah, I know people really like this show. I have not seen one episode, to be honest, but I know people really like it.
And then we get him coming up at Justice League War World, which
So
I'm really looking forward to.
DC animation is very, very good, the right ones. So yeah, I am looking forward to that.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to all these appearances. And yeah, I'm going to have time to get back, and I'm going to have time to watch Superman, Lois.
Mm-hmm.
My Adventures of Superman, interesting. Not my favorite of these yet, but it exists. I hope it succeeds.
He looks like a younger Superman in that show. Is that what it is?
It looks more like an anime type style, or not exactly anime, but Superman Legacy, of course.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing that's really hilarious, because there's like, there's the Scoop Wars, Voltaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And other scoopers that are kind of like on the opposite end of any continuation of like, but even before Cavill came back and then he was not Superman again, they were so insistent that no, this is definitely going to happen. The Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman movie, they're just like, will not concede that this is not going forward. They're like, no, it's still happening. It's still happening. And it still says to be determined. Like, I'm like, it's like the Ryan Johnson. It's getting to like the Ryan Johnson level.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Really? Okay.
yeah. So it's been in there, the announcement, and people are so adamant that this is still I'm not against it happening either. I'm just like, I don't think it's going to happen. That was a J.J. Abrams project too.
Forget about it.
So,
Look, until we see what James Gunn's roadmap is, which I mean, he's going to release at some point, I imagine.
didn't James Gunn say it's happening? I don't know if he said that for the Ta-Nehisi Coates one. That wasn't in his slate. It wasn't in his slate, Anthony. I mean, if you have some receipts there, I'll adjust my view, but
yeah,
it wasn't in his slate unless he said it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one too, I've heard, but he's going to be so busy. I don't know.
I kind of feel like this might happen To be
Val
honest,
Zod series, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
before they were saying that he was going to be for the Ta-Nehisi coats, and now
Well,
that kind of makes me think that this is even more dead in the water,
Well, that's
because
a good point. They
because
won't be
Michael
both
Jordan
with you here.
has his own Superman project that's not the
Uh-huh.
Ta-Nehisi coat Superman. But
Geez, would it make sense to have a competing Superman going when he's just trying to introduce a new Superman? Especially if Michael G. Jordan kills it, and then he's got this Superman legacy guy who he probably wants to create the universe around. That would be challenging for them, truthfully.
yeah, I really don't know. The only one I'm for sure about is the Superman legacy. I think it's gonna, and honestly, the only reason that this wouldn't happen, if Michael Jordan wants this to happen, Michael B. Jordan, sorry,
Mhm.
you have to do the differential there. Michael B. Jordan, the only way it doesn't happen is if he's not interested. I think if he really wants this to happen, because he's such a big name, it'll happen on Amazon. Because Michael B. Jordan has a lot of sway in the industry right now.
He
People
does.
want to be on the Michael B. Jordan train.
They do.
So
Would he want to play an Otherworld Superman though?
if he wants to, but he's got other projects, like he's got the Creed franchise, and then they're expanding that on Amazon, and he's now a director too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I've heard his name attached to a lot of projects. And then when they were talking about a Black Superman back in Movie Talk, and they did all those promo images with him in the suit, he looks great in the suit.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah.
He's fine. He'd be perfect for it.
Yeah.
But again, like you say, he's such a hot property. There's a lot of things he'd be perfect for.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what his priority is, really.
Mm-hmm.
He's like whatever he wants to pick.
Right. That's why I'm saying he's not hurting for work or opportunities. So I wonder if he'd want to do an Otherworld Superman. If that would be like beneath him in his mind or something, you know?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 2 more articles. They're both Marvel related. And then if you have to go, if not, you could stay with me for the mailbag. I don't know if there's even anything in there today. I didn't check yet.
Yeah, I'm on the West Coast. I'm up, so I'll hang up here.
We'll hang until the end. All right. Captain Marvel 2's villain, or the Marvels, actually. I'm still looking forward to it, but the trailer wasn't great. I think it's pretty. I mean, it's all subjective, but no one was like blown away by the trailer, right? It wasn't like when you got the Guardians trailer and you have Space Hog, a great song. Those trailers were exciting, right?
Yeah. No, it was nothing like that. Only I think Crazy Joe was blown away by it.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but let's look at this villain. I've had issues with there's a glimpse of her back there. She just doesn't seem exciting. I'm sorry. You know, villains look. Not saying the actress is bad, but the costuming, it just does not look exciting. It looks pretty plain.
Mm-hmm.
I want a really intense looking villain. This does not do it for me. I'm sorry. You know?
Yeah.
And she's got the that hammer that the Guardians 1 villain had. Ronan. Yeah. I didn't like Guardians 1 villain, Ronan. And then we saw a Ronan type character in Captain Marvel for a little bit, but it was mainly Jude Law's character. But be honest, everyone in the chat and everyone that watches this, does this look like an exciting villain to you? No, not to me. I mean, we don't have the context, but
this movie is going to go the way of
I mean, look there. I'm sorry. It doesn't look exciting.
Not at all. Again, like we were talking, it's not because she's a woman. Because if you look at Thor, what's it called? Ragnarok. What's
like
her
with
name?
Hela. It was like
Hela,
very striking and
one of the best female villains I've ever seen.
And I keep saying this, like there's lots of things that could get you to success for a superhero movie, but one of the easiest routes is a badass villain that you just want to see what they're going to do. And this ain't it.
This looks like the girl who sits behind you in biology class in high school, and you're like, "Oh, hey, how's it going, Cindy? Let's go get a."
She looks like a trustworthy friend.
Yeah,
I know, Anthony. That's the problem. The villains haven't been cool enough. What was better in the first phases? You had Loki kept coming up. You had Thanos. You had Red Skull. You had who's some other villains. I mean, there still was some problems with the villains.
Ultron, yeah.
Ultron. And people listen. I would kill for an Ultron at this point. People really dog on Avengers 2. Ultron was a great villain.
And they should just bring him back because there's no reason to keep Ultron dead. He's a robot. You
Right.
should always bring him back. Yeah.
Ultron's never really gone. But I'm sorry. I haven't seen a lot of her in the trailer in action. Maybe her performance is going to be amazing.
This movie's going to flop. I'm going to tell you right now. This
You
is not going to be. It's not going to do as well as Ant-Man 2 or Ant-Man 3. I'll tell you that right now.
Honestly, even though I'm really happy to see these two, I think it would have done better with just Captain Marvel and a kick-ass villain. I think they should have focused on the villain and Captain Marvel.
Interesting.
And it still had them cameo.
I would have made it a Nick Fury.
I mean, what the hell is the point of having these three kick-ass ladies and then have this villain? Right? Right? Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, look,
you have an amazing team up of. I love all these ladies. They're great.
You know,
if you have a team up, especially if you have a team up, you got to have a villain to really challenge them. I guess
did you
we'll
watch the
see
Miss
the
Marvel
context.
show on? Did you watch the Miss Marvel show on Disney Plus?
Yes,
you did.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I tried to watch one episode. I couldn't.
But this just ain't it. I'm sorry.
This is gonna do worse than Ant-Man 3, no question.
I hope it does better, but
yeah,
I'm gonna go see it. But I'm not like I can't not see this like some other movies. Like I'm like,
No.
okay, if I didn't see it, it would be the end of the world. Like
the best part of the trailer was the comedy from Kamala Khan. And there's a lot of people who don't like that kind of thing, truthfully. They don't like the comedy, I mean, of these jokiness of these Marvel movies. But hey, who knows? Maybe a bunch of young girls will love it and their parents will take them to see it, you know?
Darth Snarkus. And I'll check on you if you are Darth Scipio. I'm not sure.
He is. He said he is.
Okay. All right. I'll check on that. Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion. Exciting villain details were revealed by director. See?
This
exciting villain. Yes. This looks good. I'm really, really hyped for this one.
Very happy to see Samuel L. Jackson back in something, and the trailer, the stuff we've seen, it looks like the budget is good and it looks cinematic.
High production value. Yes. So let's look at this one here. According to the director of Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion, the series, MCU villain will be anything but one-dimensional. Thank God. So it's set to debut on Disney Plus on June 21st. Oh,
Not
really?
too far away, everybody.
Is a return to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and certain pre-Endgame political narratives involving Earth-based governments struggling against otherworldly threats. Oh man, this is actually going back to the great times of Marvel, even too timeline-wise, right?
Yeah.
In addition to Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, the Phase 5 series also stars Kingsley Ben Adir as the latest MCU villain, Gravik.
I don't know anything about that villain.
And talking with Empire Secret Invasion director Ali Salim offered new insight into the motives of the show's villain and how he reflects the series' real world. From what Secret Invasion has revealed so far, an extremist Skrull cell led by Kingsley Ben Adir's Gravik has broken away from the group led by Ben Mendelsohn's Talos due to unfulfilled promises. Ooh. But as Salim explained, the question of who's right and who's wrong is a bit complicated and mirrors real political complexity, saying it's easy to say we're the good guys. Who is the terrorist and who are the terror? And why are they a terrorist, especially here in the States? It's easy to say we're the good guys and they're the terrorists. The interesting thing for me is to ask, how did we as a nation state influence the environment these people come from?
Yeah, whatever.
Graphic is not just a bad guy with a bomb. His story and how he came to his grievance is clearly explored here. Okay.
Yeah, so
well, the show,
telling you show.
yeah. Well, the show's been described as espionage thriller. It doesn't just refer back to the movie history or noir. It refers to our times today. Okay. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm happy it's
Likewise.
coming up soon. Something for my Disney Plus subscription.
Truthfully, they should have released that this month. I mean, again, I'm of the mind that Disney Plus needs to have something new on all the time. But whatever. June 21st is June 21st. You know.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
a pretty big gap between Mandalorian and this thing, you know?
Yeah, it is. We have 2 questions in the fail bag.
One day the mailbag will revitalize to its former glory.
Yeah. All right, let me bring up the fail bag, everyone. Stick with us. Thank you, Voltaire, for sticking with me to the end.
My pleasure.
All right, let's bring this up here. So, Chubby Teddy Monster Production, Team Max, what Motu vehicle would you rather use as your commuter ride to work? The Talon Fighter or Roton? What? I don't know what this is.
I don't know what these are either, to be honest.
I don't have to commute. My commute to work is rolling out of bed. I work from home.
Talon Fighter sounds pretty cool, though. Based on the name.
I would go Talon Fighter as well. Thank you, Chubby Teddy Monster Productions. But yeah, even my streaming work, it's rolling out of bed.
Okay.
And just don't have Brucifer call me, because then I'll have sweet dreams and I will be later. And then Anthony Cheeseman says, what's your favorite? He says Baymobile, but maybe he meant Batmobile. Of all the live action Batman movies.
That's a really good question, actually.
I love the look of Tim Burton's Batmobile.
From a practical sense, like if the Batmobile was a real thing, it would be Christian Bale's Batmobile.
If I didn't want to be a superhero and I wanted to ride around, I would pick the Burton Batmobile. The Michael Keaton Batmobile.
That would be your.
If I actually, I mean, I'm going to ask you the two ways for this, Voltaire. I'm going to expand on Anthony's Cheeseman because we're a little bit light on the fail bag. So I'm going to say 2 questions. What would you like to have for coolness factor? What would you want to have if you were trying to be Batman?
Okay.
Now, if I wanted to just ride around in style, I would pick the Burton Michael Keaton Batmobile. If I wanted to actually wreck shit as Batman, I would have to go with the Christian Bale Batmobile. No. Christian Bale or BVS Batmobile would probably be,
Yeah.
If I wanted to go in style, it would either be the Michael Keaton or the new one, Pattinson.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, for if I'm just driving around in style, it would be the Pattinson muscle car version one. It looks like.
But if you were worried about criminals like taking you out and you wanted to battle as Batman,
if you're actually Batman, it's 100% the Bale one. That's one of the cool things they did in those movies was if you're actually trying to fight crime, that's the kind of vehicle you want. You know what I mean? Run over shit and that kind of thing. The Hummer type thing. That's definitely the one. I'm trying to remember the BVS one more. It was pretty hefty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a decent one too. Let me see if I could find a picture of it before we go here.
And I don't remember Clooney or what's his name's Batmobile, Val Kilmer's, to be honest.
Batfleck Batmobile. All right, let me see.
And the 89 one looks cool, but it doesn't look like it handles very well. It's just really
No,
long.
this one is cool too. Look at this. I'm bringing it up here. Okay. StreamYard, you suck. All right, there you go. I mean, that's cool too.
Oh, geez.
It's got
I would take that over Bale Batman then.
Oh, you would?
Real.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Look at the inside there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has probably better mobility than the Christian Bale one. It had like treads where it just like, I mean, look at the the axles on these front tires that like it looks like it moves it's pretty agile while still being tank like. It's a good mix of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go with this too.
I take that, and I take Pattinson's if I was just daily driving because it looks like basically a Camaro.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Voltaire. Thank you, viewers. We still have 20 viewers way at the end. We've reached the 3-hour mark, and I got to get up in the morning. Oh no. Thank you for watching. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow night, but definitely back Sunday.
All right, everybody.
All right. Have a good weekend. Enjoy entertainment. There's lots of things to enjoy. Go see Guardians.
Yeah.
Go see Guardians if you can. If you have the opportunity, it's a great watch. And that's great. It's great that Marvel has a great movie in the theaters right now.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thanks, Max.
Oh, thanks, Voltaire. See you.